beware his powers, unspeakable powers. Here's the wizard, the mystical wizard.
Greetings, travelers, Wiz Kids, and Wordplayers. It is Wednesday, which means it is Wow Wednesday once again. I am the Wow in Wow Wednesday. I am Wizard of Wordplay, and I am joined, as I am always, by the Gremlin King himself, Samurai Snowman.
Hail my boys, finally getting over this goddamn cold, so I'm feeling a little bit better, which is nice. How are y'all, my men?
I'm good. I was kind of fighting like a cold thing too this week as well.
Good.
Almost gone. Good.
I hope it engulfs your soul. So you know how I felt.
Damn.
Suffer as I have suffered.
Indeed.
And I'm also joined by the king of live stream crash outs, Jesker James.
Hell yeah.
Are we revisiting this again?
We can.
I'm just saying I have to use that title when appropriate.
I mean, what you're saying is not untrue.
I can't even be mad at it because you're not wrong.
Look, man, if somebody's gonna have a crash out, it's got to be me, because where I'm the twink, I'm always gonna make the crash out fabulous.
Don't ever do that again.
He can do it whenever he wants.
And of course, saying hi to the chat is just Summer Swan, Winter Raven, saying hello to us all.
Hera Swan.
Snowman, besides your cold you've been fighting, how was your week?
Same old. This past couple months, just working and coming home and drawing.
Yeah. Swan wants you to do that again, Jesker.
Everything is always fabulous when Swan is here.
Chills go up my spine when you do that.
She likes it though.
likes the gay.
Ambulance.
See, that's how you impress girls, Wizard. Just act gay.
Be very gay, yeah.
Be very gay.
Well, that's a
Swan likes
classic.
drag queens.
Right
Be
out of the
extremely homosexual, and the girls will just fall for you, man.
I
playbook.
guess.
Safe around you.
Anyway, Jesker, besides being gay, how was your week?
Yeah, my week was it's been all right, man. Except for the crash out last night, but yeah,
I'm
man,
mad I missed it.
It's been okay. Easter was good and everything. The Pope died. That was kind of shocking. I mean, I thought he was in the clear. He got out of the hospital, wake up Monday morning, and everybody's talking about the Pope's dead. And I mean, listen, I'd like to throw my name into consideration to be the next Pope. Just saying, the cardinal.
Be sure to at the Vatican.
At Vatican. Make me
Vatican crash out.
Let them know that Pope Crash Out wants to.
You need to make Vatican crash out on the world stage. Make me Pope.
And Jesker wants to be the Pope. Jesker Christ.
That's right, Jesker Christ, the new Pope. Probably the final
band,
Pope.
Crash out.
The final Pope is Snowman's favorite band.
No, Crash Out at the Vatican. It's
Crash Out at the Vatican. No, that's their album.
That sounds like a comedy film.
Well, I was thinking like Panic at the Disco. You got your Crash Out at the Vatican.
Crash Out at the Vatican. Crash Out at the Vatican's good. I like Final Pope. Final Pope can be the album.
Pope. Yeah.
Final Pope 14. Final Pope 15. Final Pope 16.
Yeah. That could be their hit banger too, like Final Countdown.
Yeah, Final Pope. My week was dealing with this weird cold thing, which was fine yesterday, but now it's just right now I'm just getting it again. But and then working, and then not really drawing, so it's different than Snowman's. Still have to get my Clip Studio thing figured out, but no. And then I haven't even played any Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like I'm just not interested in it. Like
so your love for Assassin's Creed has finally diminished.
Half waned.
It's been diminished, but it's just like it's the sunk cost fallacy. It'd be different if I wasn't working. If I was home, I'd be like, yeah, I just play it all the time.
Now, you know what? We brought this up with Andrew. He went to go see Captain America 4 times, man. And he's the problem. He's the reason why Marvel keeps screwing up and keeps coming out.
Wait, the Falcon one?
Yeah, the new one, Brave New World. And you're the problem with Assassin's Creed, man. You just keep coming back no matter what.
Well, no, I was gonna do a review of it. That's why I got it. Like I was like, I'm gonna do a review of it, but then it's like the review of my Yakuza, the views on my Yakuza review didn't do that well, and so it's like, no one really cares. And the time it takes to edit and do all that, it's like, it takes longer to do the video than it would be to get views.
Editing's a bitch.
Cynic says the show is terrible. What is this? This is Wow Wednesday without Cynic. Kind of like what it used. Kind of like what it used to be back in the day.
Before the dark times.
I got the Panic at the Disco reference before Snowman explained. Should have stayed talking about
you're
my
a smarty pants one.
Anyway, no, and then I did. Funny enough, was at the grocery store again, and you'll never guess who I saw.
Oh no!
The love of your life, your soulmate,
the chick that I hit with the cart.
Yes, so she's a regular there.
Your sister from another mister? Oh no, just me. Okay.
No, that's just you Southern.
That's just a Southern thing.
Anyway, it seems to be that every Wednesday, because I went in today, so it seems to be every Wednesday is like when she goes in there. But it was just like a brief, acknowledgement, or no, not really acknowledgement, brief, no acknowledgement. But.
Was she wearing something revealing? And she's like, "I thought I might find you here."
No, it's nothing like that. I was almost 95% positive it was her. There's a chance where I'm like, maybe it looks exactly like it, just not remembering the face all that well is the problem. But anyway, so I just thought it was funny.
Did she start to get moist and you started to get, moist?
No, none of that. But no, luckily no contact was made.
No one was moist. This is bullshit.
No one was hit with a shopping cart. So
dry as hell around here.
Very. If there's one thing that I am with women, or women are with me, it's dry.
We'll get there.
We gotta build that self-confidence, man. Rome wasn't built in a day, though.
Oh, it was kind of like set up like on those like wooden little like kid blocks or whatever, and it's been fucking toppled too many times, like popsicle sticks of confidence, just kick cart like that little card, like House of Cards. The wind came and knocked them over.
Down, my fair lady.
It's like there steps have been taken by others to not only build but also destroy the confidence, but that's whatever.
Look, man, I'm Jester Christ, okay? I can make all things new.
Damn
but you can't perform miracles. So.
Huh?
How do you know? Do you doubt my power? Christ. Do you doubt my power, child?
No, I'm just saying. He's like the offshoot, right? He can only do so much.
Listen, man.
If the bargain bin.
If God can part the Red Sea, I can part her legs for you, man.
So you're gonna make Swan leave. You're being gross.
I'm trying to help a brother out. All right, that ought to be seen as noble.
Again. People set up those cards only to they themselves knock them down. So I'm just saying, it's better, worser men have tried.
Worser's not a word, but
Hey, I'm the wizard of wordplay. I make words.
Now,
These
see, that's the
motherfuckers
type
said it, right?
That's the type of confidence I'm talking about. That's better.
No, because then the world will punish me for talking like that. Anyway, you know.
Well, yeah, if you keep thinking like that.
Transition segue. Speaking of women being sent by assholes, giant assholes, Fantastic Four new trailer.
I see what you're doing.
And it reveals, of course, female Silver Surfer. We'll get to that, but we'll
trash.
I have not seen this. I've only seen stills of the Silver Surfer in question, but so we'll watch this here.
Wow, folks, we all know the story. 4 brave astronauts head up into space and come back forever changed.
This car?
Our city, our planet, owe a debt to these intrepid souls. And while we can never repay them, we can certainly celebrate them.
Thank you, Fantastic Four. Thank you.
Thank you, Fantastic Four!
Please welcome the Fantastic Four.
I will say it's been pointed out many, many times, but the fact that Pedro's collar isn't white is annoying.
Yeah, what is up with that?
Well, look at it. Look at each of them, dude. Look here. Look, leave it here. So he has nothing. Right?
We're leaving it. We're leaving.
So
it.
he's numero uno. Then look at Sue Storm. She just has the white collar. She's number 2. Then look at Ben Grimm. He's got like the half fucking white sleeve going down to his half arm. He's number 3. Now look at Johnny Storm. He's got the full sleeve going. He's their 4th member. What does it mean? I don't know. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Though? Each of their
I get it.
is designed like per number.
I just like Sue's costume's so good that should just be what they all have. Like,
I don't understand why they're making the sleeves and collars different like that.
Especially Johnny's. Johnny's just with these weird sleeves here.
I think they should either make them all like Sue's, because hers is the best. Second best would probably be Johnny's. Because Ben's just feels like an incomplete version of Johnny's.
Well, even then, if Johnny's is incomplete version of good, because it's just missing, like if it connected to the gloves, then it's Spider-Man's outfit. But, it's at least better than just the going all the way to the end and then just stopping.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the narrative or anything.
Yeah, if there's some type of distinction, like, yeah. And then Ben has the 4 on his belt, but none of the others do.
Oh yeah, what is up
I
with
didn't notice that.
Huh. Yeah, it's weird.
Now that's just that makes no sense.
They have gloves, Ben doesn't. Which that's normal.
Yeah,
but normally, if he wouldn't have sleeves, like he would have like a sleeveless thing, or
I could maybe understand if their costumes were different, like just to distinguish them, like the leader, second in command, third, fourth, whatever. But the fact that he has a 4 on his belt and the others don't, that's really off-putting.
Yeah.
Like it's like each one represents a different concept of a suit that they were going to go with, and they were just like, give one to all 4 of them.
They couldn't make up their minds,
or just like it'll be distinct, and we can sell toys, we can sell Funko Pops easier this way.
I mean, is it really easier though?
Because then, like Ben's has like it's more of like a sweater, right? Like it's got this texture to it, and Johnny's doesn't have that.
Because you would think it would be easier to make toys if they all had like a base design. It's less details you have to change.
Yeah, and it doesn't even make sense that they do that to sell toys, because it's like that's just how they look like now. It's not like each one. Am I gonna get 4 different things with the 4 different like suits?
Yeah, I mean they might this, but with no shirt on. You know.
Or like that with the Reed Richards uniform, where it's just all blue.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, they.
Herbie, how's that sauce looking?
How's that
Yeah.
fucking sauce, Herbie? Over here.
Yeah.
That's how it should be sounding.
Yeah, Thing's voice is still bad. Like he needs to have like Michael Chiklis was the best Thing in that way because he had the
Yeah,
voice
man.
just right there.
That is fantastic.
You're late.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? What do I mean? You're late for dinner.
Yes, we are.
You late?
I just said that.
Are you pregnant?
What? You're gonna be the best mom in the world, and you are gonna be the best dad. Just kidding. You are out of your depth. We are gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this.
Johnny Storm sucks.
Oh, so they're confirming she's pregnant.
Yeah, they basically were teasing it and then they just waited to this trailer to reveal it.
That's weird, man. I mean, if you're gonna tease it, why not just wait till the movie comes out to reveal it?
Or not tease it at all. I mean, it's called First
Ruby's
Steps.
here. What's up, nerd?
What up,
Kinda
Kang?
lame. It's kind of lame to reveal something like that in a trailer.
Johnny Storm is gay now. No, he's not. He's just not chauvinistic.
He's
Or
gay.
He's not
So he's
womanizing.
gay. He's gay.
He's gay.
Anyway, the Reed, like Pedro is Reed, still just doesn't sell me.
No. Johnny Storm definitely sucks.
Preston's
not.
also here.
I don't know, man. I'm willing to give Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. I'm willing to give him a chance. Would it have been my first choice? No. Is it the worst choice? No.
You know who he
mean-
honestly looks like he could have played instead of Reed? Someone who already has a casting, obviously, but he would be a great 60s Tony Stark.
Or his dad. Or Doctor Doom even, man. They could have tried his ass Doctor Doom.
You think you could have been Doctor Strange?
He almost could do a Doctor. His
That's
acting ability wouldn't lend to a Doctor Strange. I'm just looking at his look.
I see him
And,
way more as a Doctor Strange than as a Reed Richards, though.
Yeah, but I'm saying like he looks like a Stark. He looks like Tony, even Howard if they want to do that. But if
That's
they
what I'm
wanted to
saying.
have him be like his, what was like the grandfather, like the
Gertrude
that-
Stark.
whatever is the one that like becomes
Hector Stark.
like the one from the future, whatever it was that like battles Kang. The other Stark.
Galactus Stark.
Well, Ruby White Tiger was introduced in Daredevil Born Again and is killed to set up other White Tigers.
Whoa, spoilers, nigga. Cracker, sorry.
Easy there.
That gum.
And there goes
I
that.
get
clip.
heated. I get heated sometimes.
It was
No,
like
Just clip it out.
yeah, we'll have to. Well, yeah, but that's work.
Just put
Anyway.
like bird noises and trumpet sounds over it.
We're gonna be the best uncles ever.
We can do this. Nothing's going to change.
One thing that I do like with this is obviously like the coming of Galactus or whatever, but the meteors in the sky was like straight out of the original trilogy from Jack Kirby.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite parts of Marvels too, because I talk about how much I like Marvels. That when Alex Ross does that again, how it's like you see it as the people's perspective of like, dear God, what's happening, right? And it's just like all these like there's just all these meteors just start floating and they cover the whole atmosphere.
That's crazy that Alex Ross found
Are
comic
you the
books, man.
protectors of this world?
Trash.
Yes, we are.
Your planet is now marked for death.
How Lawrence Fishburne looked better
Wow.
30 fucking years ago. I just
Wow.
would love to know how CGI has degraded so much. I would just love to know that.
I think because he was pure CG. Well, no, because they had Doug Jones Well, he was motion capture, but like this seems to be like motion and facial captured, and it's not like a good.
It's not working at all.
Yeah.
The hair and the hair on a Silver Surfer looks fucking dumb. That's why a girl Silver Surfer is fucking stupid. It looks dumb.
That's bad, man. That's really bad.
This scene right here, straight out of Fantastic Four 2: Rise of the
You know
Silver
it's
Surfer.
muted, right?
I know. I didn't. You were talking, so I didn't want to.
Well, fuck
it was just
me,
it's.
man.
Well,
Yeah,
it's just the dramatic music. It's not like we're missing.
So fuck me.
No, it's just. But I'm just saying this whole scene of like when Johnny chases after Silver Surfer and then he turns around and catches him by the throat and he drops him. Like straight out of the second Fantastic Four movie.
Can't even get your own fucking material.
He wasn't pure CGI. He actually wore Silver Surfer suit and makeup. Well, there was something that I think that was for when he was out of the suit, but like when he was off his board later on. But
Either way, you go from Lawrence Fishburne as Silver Surfer to some unknown chick.
Well, stop saying Lawrence Fishburne just voiced Silver Surfer. To give Doug Jones some credit, I mean, he was the guy from Hellboy. He was Abe Sapien in Hellboy.
Okay, well, you go from both of those dudes
Yeah.
to some unknown chick, and the CGI looks worse now. So it's like no one's gonna like Silver Surfer at all.
Yeah, basically the idea from what's been the rumor is because this being an alternate Earth, and they're going to then go to the main 616, quote unquote, MCU universe.
It's just simpering and cowardice.
That Nor and Rad will be introduced for the mainline MCU, and then we'll get Nor and Rad later. They just didn't want to waste him.
Yeah, I get it, but everyone's been waiting for a solid, true to form Fantastic Four, like taken with care and a lot of respect, and they just pick and choose like what to get right and what to be like, fuck that. We can make that a chick, and we can make that a black guy, we can make that whatever. It's like, dude, just give us what we want. No one wanted a fucking chick Silver Surfer. No one.
Yeah. I will say the very first Fantastic Four movie, I still like.
I still like both of them.
It's just the problem with that. Well, yeah, in the second one. The problem with that is that it's trying to it pulls from the Ultimate books.
Yeah, there's a few things.
And Doom is lame.
It's a cheese factory for sure. But it's like looking back on it after everything we got since then, those are like miles ahead to better films.
It's a serious movie compared to what the MCU gives us sometimes, right?
Yeah, back then that people were probably shitting on it because it was kind of cheesy and cartoony. But yeah, I think that did have a lot of heart. I think they actually did try to make something.
They tried.
Good.
Yeah, they tried a lot to be like, let's make a good Fantastic Four story.
Yeah, they had the family aspect down pat. I really liked how they all played along together.
The celebrity aspect of it,
mm-hmm.
all that kind of stuff. And so, yeah, I grew up with those Fantastic Four movies, but I still, just besides that, just respect them for what they were doing.
And not just a downgrade from Fishburne and Jones to this rando bitch, but from fucking Johnny Storm, from Chris Evans to this fucking shoehead loser.
They had like great casting in those. Chris Evans. They had Ian Grufford as Reed, who's still the best live action.
Still the best, dude.
Hands down. He looks the part. He talks the part. He acts the part. He's perfect. Jessica Alba as Sue. Hit or miss.
It's Alba, bro. It's Alba. Still better than this chick is gonna be good. I think she's the best part of the cast. Honestly,
honestly, I agree.
Yeah.
She's the best out of all of these. She's the one I look and I'm like, yeah, that's Sue Storm.
And she probably got the most. She definitely has the most hinging on like her story and her character. So she's probably gonna do a good ass job.
Yeah, we will, Preston. We'll get to that. Yeah, and then the Michael Chiklis as the Thing was great. They put him in a big rubber suit, but he looked good. But if they did what they're doing with like Kelsey Grammer, where it's like, yeah, Michael Chiklis is back, but he's gonna do some mocap and just some voice acting or whatever, right? And he's gonna be like this cool comic accurate thing, right?
I'll be down.
I'd be like, it's cool. Should have stuck with the male Silver Surfer again, Ruby. I think we're gonna get that. There's no way that they're wasting a Silver Surfer and they're doing just this one. right? Who's like this character appears as Silver Surfer in like 5 comics.
Yeah, and it's crazy that they're introducing Silver Surfer all fucking ready. Like, is there any? There's not even one mention of Doom at all in any of these trailers.
Well, there's Doom's probably going to be a post-credit thing.
They're wasting Silver Surfer again. Not really, because like I said, like you're not using Norrin Rad. If it was Norrin Rad and it's in this and his only appearances in one movie, then that's a waste. But you ain't seen him yet, so
I could kind of see that it is a waste because then it's like, well, we already saw the fucking Silver Surfer.
Yeah, but we also already saw Reed Richards as well, remember, and Johnny Storm in the MCU.
Yeah, well, I mean, they had to reboot it eventually, so I mean, of course, you're gonna see those guys, but it's like to already bring in Silver Surfer and Galactus. It's crazy.
When John Krasinski showed up in Multiverse of Madness, you know, I hated, you know, John Krasinski's casting as that, but it was still like, yeah, well, this ain't permanent, right? This is your one time seeing him, right? And then that'll be it. You know, they wasted Reed, but they did Ruby because they used him and he's back over here, right? Like,
yeah,
like
even doing that, probably there's a lot of people who like that, and we're like, oh, dude, we're gonna get Krasinski as fucking Mr. Fantastic, and then no, get Pedro fucking Pascal.
Yeah. Even then, like, I think they wanted that, and then they saw it, and then they were like, no, because I was one of the few Krasinski Reed detractors because he was a terrible idea.
I think he's too young and he's a little too goofy. He's got a. I mean, I guess a Quiet Place kind of turned him around to a little more serious actor. But
I thought going into it, I remember telling my brother, I'm like, he would have been cool if he played a variant of Nick Fury that was like the 60s, like white Nick Fury, you know, because he's got that military, you know.
Ooh, that would have worked out nice.
So it's like that's what Krasinski should have been, not just Reed because who's the fancy fan casting? He has brown hair, he's tall, he's married to a blonde woman. Like, no.
Yeah.
And then we got it, and it's like he does not come off like Reed at all. And even then, like we'll see the rest of this trailer. I don't think that Pascal comes off as Reed at all.
No, he's like Krasinski was like too likable and kind of like everymanish, and then Pedro Pascal is like too weird.
Yeah, he seems very like they're going one like Reed has his like weird autistic tendencies of just being so robotic but then like Krasinski didn't have any of those. I can't buy this guy talking to me about science, right? I said that. It's like Krasinski can't explain to me timeline singularities or black holes or cosmic radiation. I wouldn't buy it. Like
it's like Tara Reid almost trying to sell you like the space-time continuum. It's like, bitch, just shut up and put a bikini on.
So we'll see with Pedro if he's just trying to maybe he can kind of have like a 60s geek kind of science kind of
he's gonna be like the Mark Ruffalo Banner kind of. He's just gonna be kind of like weird and like, and then we put the +7
we'll do this equation and we'll
which would be cool. I mean, Reed seems like more of like he's kind of like the ladies man type of scientist where he like just kind of ignores bitches and is like, I got
he's not like a ladies man, but he's literally just like Ian had the best version of that because he literally is like too blind, he's too stupid, he's too socially inept to understand. Right? That it's like that so it's like he's just like, like, you know, I'm just like there's the scene in the second movie at his bachelor party where he's talking about how the making of the Big Bang or whatever, and then he blows his fingers out to be like really long, and then all the girls that he's talking to are all like getting moist, right? And he's too stupid to understand that's what they're, you know.
He's just excited. And then Pedro won't seem like that kind of guy where he's like a little bit outgoing and like excited to talk about like his theories and shit.
Yeah, he'll just be like, I have this idea, and I think that he's got a line here coming up. We'll see what he sounds like.
Fault. I stretched the bounds of space. It's my fault. I stretched the bounds of space. And they heard.
Are we safe?
I don't know. There's not enough time.
I'm not giving up. We will face this together.
Fantastic car. It's all
That's
right.
nice.
Everything
I'm fine
looks
with that.
great, other than Silver Surfer. Like I think the CGI and like the aesthetic looks fucking great.
Yeah, it looks right.
The big Galactus shadow booming.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like the way everything looks with the like I love the
Galactus is
art
too
style.
small. Sorry.
Yeah, but Galactus that is standard for like Galactus can change his shape. And like in Jack Kirby's
Kenny.
Jack Kirby's original trilogy, he's like as tall as like this skyscraper back here, right?
Really?
Yeah. And then in like someone else drawing him will have him hold Earth in his hand, right? Like stuff like they'll.
Well, yeah, he's a world eater, so I would
Yeah.
assume he's bigger than what he's eating.
So yeah, like they play with that kind of. It depends on who's writing and what story they want to tell with him. That he'll be like, either he'll stand on a device that just destroys the planet and turns it into energy, or he can literally just grab it with his hand, right? Like it's.
Like it's
So
a
it
big
might be
old
that-
apple.
Yeah. So
Big
it might
old tasty apple.
we might see him come from a spaceship of some kind, and then he walks out, or he might like literally like loom over it and then shrink down or something, you know. So who knows?
We will face this together. We will fight it together. As a family. Has to be us.
And
Okay.
crazy.
I think the stretching looks good. Sue me. I think it looks okay.
Yeah, that's not
What
bad.
It's the same thing that the original movie did. Ruby's right, like the stream and like the video if you're watching it on the clip. But it's the same thing that the movie did, where you have him covered up with gloves and sleeves to where it helps the stretching not look bad, you know.
Mm-hmm.
When it's the flesh is when it looks, you can tell it's like, nope, too weird, you know.
Yeah.
But it's crazy to think that people won't understand that it's like we actually see him stretching. For the longest time, they did not show him stretching in any promotional material.
There was no way in my mind that they were gonna not have him stretch. If they were able to do it in the 90s, you better fucking be able to do something.
The 2000s.
Yeah, that movie came
Wasn't
out
the
in early
first one in like 98?
Nope.
No, it was like what 2003 or something.
3, 4.
Early 2000s. All right, 30 some almost fucking years ago. Comes back to the argument we were having last time. If they were able to do it with prosthetics and CGI back then, you better goddamn be able to do it now.
Yeah, like there's a couple of stuff, like even like in his very first time he stretches, how he you know, it's like he grabs the wine glass. They're using a creative camera trick to like have his regular hand, and they CG it when it's him slipping under the door. That's all CG, but then you just see his face and it's all off screen, right? And stuff like that. How they kind of they made it a point to be like, hey, we're gonna hide it from you a little bit.
Creativity and tricks.
Yeah. So we'll see what they like. Even when he's like in him stretching in Multiverse of Madness, like all he does is he stretches like down, like grapples over, stretches down, and then like when Wanda kills him, and that's it. That's all we see him stretch. So,
I still need to
Ruby
see
says
that movie.
Mole Man should have been the main villain. Rumors is that Red Ghost might be in it, but he might just be like a one and like he'll be beat real quick or something.
I'm not familiar with any Fantastic Four lore.
Well, Red Ghost is, I think, more of an Avengers villain, but he's the guy that like has these genetically modified monkeys that he can like control with his mind or something, or talk to his mind. And Mole Man might still be in it because there was that like set that they found or something. So,
oh, he's got to be. Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Protect you.
yeah,
It's got to be something. They got to become the heroes from defending against something.
yeah. And so there we see Galactus walking through.
Imagine if they just had him wear like giant sneakers. It was like Skechers or something. It's
The
like
Converse.
fraud,
It's got
product
Tim's.
placement.
Yo, FF, sup, dogs? I'm ready to confiscate your planet, crackers. What's good?
I'm gonna, yeah. Real question is, how does this fit in the MCU? By being in the MCU, Ruby.
I mean, it's in the MCU, but it's an alternate Earth.
Alternate Earth, and then they're going to make their way over, which may have already happened if you believe the rumors coming out of the Thunderbolts. So
they're basically the
after credit.
Silver Surfers of the actual MCU, because they're going to come to warn that Galactus is coming in.
Yeah.
Is that kind of what they're going for?
So I remember my original original theory was that they were going to upgrade Galactus to be multiversal level instead of planet level.
Now that would be
so that he's kind of going to be like the anti-Monitor, and he's going to like destroy the whole multiverse or something, destroy that universe, and then them getting sent over is what's going to make them go like, oh, this is coming. Now it might still be the similar situation of just being like, oh, he's coming, and like our world was destroyed by a Galactus. Like, you know how that doesn't hit the same? Like how if they come over and they're like, oh, our world was destroyed by a Galactus, and now there's this Galactus from this world.
Bro, this has been my major gripe with comic books in general. It's like, if everyone's it's same thing with Incredibles. If everyone's super, then no, why do I care? If there's 700 Batmans, there's 700 Galactuses, it's like, why do I care?
So I'd like if it was like just that's the one Galactus, and maybe there's like some type of multiversal like,
or at least he's the strongest of all the Galactuses. Like other Galactuses know of him and be like, oh dude, fuck that guy, he'll kill us.
You know what?
That's the MCU Galactus.
Yeah, I think they ought to just go ahead and boost Galactus if that's going to be the case. If this is going to tie into the larger multiverse saga, then just boost Galactus. Give him some steroids.
Or they do a thing where the act of transferring, maybe like how they beat him is the ultimate nullifier. And then instead of the ultimate nullifier, like in the original trilogy, they do like he sends him to another dimension, right? Like, we're going to send him to another dimension, but it actually sends him to the 616, and that's how they get sent to. But the idea is, like, they're the reason that Galactus is sent to 616. And so they're the reason where it's like, okay, now we gotta, like, and then and then you get into this thing where it's like, and then he's like, well, I need a new Silver Surfer, right? So I'm going to make Norn Rad, and then, like, something like that. Then you get into that whole thing. That could happen. Ruby says, if I'm not mistaken, Galactus should be a singularity. There's only one Galactus. Everyone Galactus you see in other universes, the same guy. No, that is
not in comic books anymore. You need infinite copies of the same guy.
Yeah, that'd be more like Shumagorath is like that. Where he is like, there's only one Shumagorath.
What about Mephisto then too? Is he
Mephisto's? No, Mephisto's not like that. Like, there's always a Galactus in that universe is like its whole thing. Like, in the multiverse, there's always a Galactus that will be made is like kind of like the thing, but it's not like it's like there's only the one and that he is omnipresent in all these universes. He's aware of all of it. No, that's like a Shumagorath thing, like the giant eyeball tentacle monster thing. Like, he is only one. So like when he appears in like Marvel superheroes, that fighting game, that's the same Shumagorath that appears in the Marvel comics. Like, he has memories of that video game basically by being.
Damn, that's cool. That's really cool.
Because there's only one of him, where even like the Watchers don't even have that. Like, there's the Uatu is in multiple universes.
Uatu, open your mind.
That's a Quado.
Same thing.
Anyway, one thing that is also coming out of Marvel, pun not intended, is the Marvel swimsuit special will return after 30 years.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, all those dudes in their swimming trunks. I mean, all those girls in their bikinis.
All those trannies. I mean,
there'll be story. Designs for new Marvel Rival costumes will also be featured. We're getting bikini costumes or swimsuit costumes coming to Marvel Rivals. So they have some covers of this out already.
as long as Wolverine has PJs with Cyclops on them, and Cyclops has PJs with Wolverine on them.
Don't do
Well,
that.
they're it's swimsuits.
I meant boxers.
Yeah, they're gonna go full speedo though. They're going full.
Give me
full
Cyclops
Speedo.
with the speedo with Wolverine's face on it, and Wolverine with the speedo with Cyclops' face on it.
We don't
I'm
need
happy.
that. Marvel,
Why not?
don't listen to this man.
Marvel, listen.
All right.
Don't do this.
Stop.
All right, Marvel. If you don't want to do that, just back my comic book Criminal World. Okay, Marvel. Thanks.
Don't do that either. It's the Wolverine speedo of comic.
I'd rather they hook up Cyclops and Wolverine again than to support your comic.
That's fine. Hey, I'm down for either or, you know? Huh? Zinger.
Bang.
Hey.
Got him. Anyway, yeah, so this
Desperation is a stinky cologne, Marvel. I mean, I guess not, because you're killing it with Marvel Rivals right now. And I mean, Marvel and DC are never going to go out of business ever.
No, and we're the return of the gooning, right? Their idea of like you can do stuff like this again. There was a time where you couldn't, like from maybe
From 99 to like now, like 2024.
Well, I was gonna say like even just like 2014 was the big like the Puritan age came back.
Oh yeah, we're trying to be super conservative.
Yeah, and then you get into the Me Too movement stuff. It's like, oh, you can't do that. But then we got into like the second sexual revolution basically after 2020s, where it's like
where women are always right and.
But even that is just more like you can have women look good. It's like the kind of like armpit hair feminist agenda kind of died out.
Well, yeah, because women love attention, and they realized they weren't getting it like they used to, and they're like, "All right, we're sorry. You guys are right. Sorry." Yeah.
But then also like the big thing that changed too is like lesbians and like bi women. They're like, I don't like this shit any more than you guys do. Like, where's hot women at?
Yeah.
So.
Dude, and it was only a matter of time. We just had to weather the storm through all the woke bullshit and all that shit. And the pendulum is finally swinging back. Thank God.
I've said it before. I will say it again. We are evolutionarily designed to view certain aspects of people as beautiful.
Yep.
You cannot fight biology. You cannot fight evolution. You cannot fight nature. And people are finally starting to realize that trying to make things that we are not biologically engineered to find beautiful was never going to work.
Yep. Sex sells, man.
And even then, like getting like the history of art and culture in general of being like, this beautiful woman, this like well-toned man, whatever. Like we used to
chiseled
Christian
statues out of
chiseled statue, like religious people would make this stuff.
Where are the giant,
like
fat, obese statues at? They're nowhere. They're all shredded.
Well,
dudes.
actually, Snowman, the giant obese women statues, there are plenty of because those were fertility statues.
Oh yeah. But they're not. They were like healthy looking, kind of thickish women. They weren't like fucking.
Yeah, they weren't like the 400 pounds, 600 pounds.
Fuck, what's her name? Who's the body positivity fucking like R&B singer lady, black girl.
Super
Lizzo.
Fat.
Yeah, Lizzo. There were no.
Well, yeah, but Lizzo lost weight too. Lizzo realized.
Exactly, because she's realized
she lost
like, you know
weight
what?
too.
I actually feel better, and actually, I'm probably getting way more attention now that I'm better looking than being a giant fucking whale.
So.
Giant
but not even
whale.
She was a street one.
Not even just the weight stuff, but just in general, like how there was like you got a lot more like
just picture Lizzo.
uglier women you know,
I just
not
pictured Lizzo at SeaWorld, bro.
Just in the manatee just clapping in the water.
I'm a jackass.
now here
But
comes
you
our
are
regular.
you are right though,
comes
Wizard.
Grump.
Like especially back in the medieval times, like being like kind of hefty and fat was a sign of like royalty.
Yeah,
and
it's a
fucking,
sign of wealth and
Yeah,
royalty. Yeah.
exactly. If
Times
you were
are
well,
different. Though.
if you were well fed, you were considered rich.
But that wasn't really looked at as sexual though. It was looked at as just like
Right.
beautiful
Status, the status
Yeah.
symbol. Yeah.
Grumpy says, "I hate all of that art. Doesn't look like superheroes in summer. It looks like regular people." Says Grumpy. Hello, Grumpy.
It's a little stylized. Hail Grump.
Grumpy, since you're just joining, what do you think of the new Fantastic Four trailer and female Silver Surfer? I'm willing to bet you don't like it.
He hates it.
He hates it.
He's gotta hate it.
He's got to hate it. I will say too, I forgot to mention it for my week. But I watched the first 2 episodes of Last of Us season 2 on HBO Max.
Some of it looks like there's some good like acting and some emotional beats going on in that show. I'm not gonna lie.
I will say, because I haven't really played the second game, I just know the stuff. They fixed a lot. So spoilers for the show and the game or whatever. At this point, everyone knows about it. They fixed a lot of the problems with Joel's death. Like so
brutal,
much.
man.
Like they understood the assignment. Like it's not Tommy and Joel that get caught by Abby and the crew. It's Dina and Joel. So Dina's the one that gives away Joel's identity. But even then, she just says Joel. She calls to Joel in like 1 second. But Abby also has like a physical like description of what he looks like. And so she can put the piece together instead of like Tommy or Joel going like, I'm Joel, we're this Tommy, you know, and like all the like. So they fixed that, which was good. Swan, we did talk about the weeks earlier. I just forgot that I wanted to talk about Last of Us 2, but yeah. So they fixed that. They also gave us part of Abby's backstory early on instead of shoving all of it later when you don't understand what's going on. Like after she's already killed Joel, you got some of the backstory already. So that was good. I was like, okay, you guys knew what you had to do. Yeah. So
I still can't forgive them.
Yeah, it goes down. It goes down easier because Pedro Joel is not Troy Baker Joel. So you're like, you know, you're not that upset with him being dead. You're just like, like they did it again. He gets stabbed instead of beaten to death. Too. He still gets beaten. He just doesn't die from it. Then the golf club breaks and she impales him with it.
Yeah, that shit was crazy.
So.
Yeah, I saw that scene. It's like I can see the show's got potential, dude. Like all that
scene
still, right there is
it's still well written. Like they take the Neil Druckmann stuff and then they have a guy who literally is like the big name on the credits goes like, "Hey, I made this an actual show, guys."
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. The game that second game just will forever have left a bad taste in my mouth. I just can't be bothered to care.
We'll see how they do it. It seems also that this is they split up the second game into like possibly 2 or 3 seasons.
Of course.
So we'll see what they do with that. Because otherwise, once they're done with Last of Us Part 2, they ain't got nothing. They're out. You know?
Well, yeah.
Well, they just got to remaster the series then.
Yeah.
5K.
They'll remaster the series, but with all of the movie actors this time.
Then after that, they'll remaster it with the woke edition where everyone's a black woman. I can't wait for that one.
I mean, like, Last of Us is already pretty woke as it is, but anyway, yeah. So that was I just had that I wanted to talk about, and Bella Ramsey still does not look like Ellie, though.
Not at all.
Nope.
She seems like a good little actress, but good God, dude.
Caitlin Dever, who plays Abby, should have been grown up Ellie. She would have been great.
They could have got me. It would have looked better than that bitch.
You could have been Abby.
Yeah.
I mean, Abby already looks like a man, so it wouldn't be that far off.
Yeah. Anyway,
And it would have been way more believable if when I was beating up dudes in the show. Not that fucking bitch.
Sorry, guys. I was here at the beginning, got knocked off for a while. Seem to be back. FF, the Wokeified edition, is the worst one of them all because it's spitting on Kirby directly, unlike the horrible race swapped one. I still want to see the MCU Fantastic Four. I don't want to see Gunner Man. Don't know what that means.
Yeah, wait, what do you mean? Who's actually none of the Fantastic Fours are race swapped, unless I guess you want to count Lawrence Fishburne's
No, he's talking.
voice.
No, he's talking Michael B. Jordan, the Van Forstic.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Can't forget about 2015.
Can we please? But the thing is, Wizard,
can we?
It's really forgettable.
Dude, my thing is they had such a great idea to do something different and like lean into the body and cosmic horror of Fantastic Four.
They used more of the Ultimate Fantastic Four than the other movies.
Butchered that movie. That movie sucked ass. That was one of the worst comic book movies ever made.
It's so forgettable.
It's terrible. The way they did Doctor Doom was unforgettable.
Oh, it's the worst. He is definitely the worst Doctor Doom in anything. Not just movies, like just
cartoons, comics, everything.
Anything worse. Anyway, yeah. So, yeah. Another game. I didn't play it today, but I do want to. It has my attention. Preston had alluded to it earlier, and that is the
Remaster.
The Oblivion remaster.
I'm playing right now.
I'm gonna let y'all gush for a bit. I'll unmute myself when y'all are done.
All right. So I haven't played Oblivion at all. Never had it. Didn't get into the Elder Scrolls until Skyrim.
Mm-hmm.
And had a kind of like, maybe I want to get into this, but they always.
I was born 87 years ago.
It looks fantastic. And
This-
they
yeah,
totally overhauled the system.
I've
It's
never
way
been
smoother.
the ruler of my own dreams.
Yeah, they basically took everything and put it into like Unreal or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
This is the 27th of
it
last
looks like just a brand new Elder Scrolls game, basically.
Yep, it does.
And
It
it's
looks
got
fantastic.
all the DLCs are included. They
Really?
added quality. Yeah, they added quality of life stuff to it. They changed how
'Cause
some
I got vampired almost immediately, and it's totally fucking my game up. So I gotta go. I know one of the expansions you can cure vampirism pretty quickly.
They added.
This is only the beginning.
They added like a better stamina, like a blocking system or something, better stamina system. They fixed the leveling to where like now the level, because before if like you got over leveled, you'd get like stupid hard enemies all the time, and now they like fixed it. It won't happen as often. So I don't know. I mean, I always heard a lot about it. And,
Oblivion's great. I'm actually super disappointed they took away the difficulty slider because you could like fine tune the difficulty.
they made it
used to be a
woke
slider.
according to. Yeah, so like I think the only thing I saw people being like it's woke is the they changed like the thing to like body type instead of male and female, it's body
that's the
type.
only thing I've seen so far.
So, because they can't change anything else. Like there's everything else is just what was already there.
Right. Right, which yeah, I understand. It's like and they need to stop doing this whole like men and female don't exist thing. Like, yeah, I get that, but dude, if it's just that's the only thing in the game, it's like get the fuck over it. Either play it or don't.
Yeah. So the yeah, because like I said, I haven't played it, so I'm really excited to just have a brand new quote unquote Elder Scrolls game to go in blind and you know be able to do all that stuff. Because I've learned a lot through osmosis over the years, especially through Skyrim and like lore videos from Skyrim and stuff like that. But the Elder Scrolls lore is so heavy as it is that you don't know if what they're talking about is something from the game or something from a book, you know. And so
right.
And even then, there's all those little quests that you can do that are, brand new. But apparently, too, the studio that's making this, because not Bethesda, like outsourced it, they're also working on a Fallout 3 remaster as well.
Oh, wow. That's the one I
And
played the least.
Yeah, me too. So that's the one that I'm excited for, to be like, Fallout 3 remaster with the same kind of thing. And this was also shadow dropped. Like, it leaked out that it was coming, but even then it was like, yeah, it's coming this week. Like,
Yeah, it's
it'll
crazy.
be out. And they also released it like a day early. Like it was the leak said it was gonna come out like Friday or something, or Thursday, and it came out today. So they were just like, yeah, whatever. It's early. Cynic said the game's good, by the way. Fuck JJ.
Oblivion, yeah, Oblivion's good, man. I mean,
Yeah.
it's better. It's better than the original. The fucking you can run around in third person and not feel like you're walking through mud the whole time. Like,
Yeah.
they definitely overhauled the system. The
Um,
graphics are fantastic. The load times are non-existent.
Let me see if I can find. Oh, they also kept all of the dialogue. I think they said they recorded some new ones, but everything, even
Still
the
got
one
your
that's
boy Patrick fucking Stewart in there as the guy
Yeah.
who dies almost immediately, though.
even the whatchamacallit, there was a famous mistake in one of the dialogues that like this one elf lady has, where she says this line about how like, oh, these people broke in and they robbed from Hammerfell or whatever, and she goes, wait, let me take that one again, and then, oh, these people broke in, they robbed. So like they kept that's still in the game, that like her, like the voice actress is like redoing a take.
Oh, during the recording, like it's recorded
During
as
the
her
recording, yeah, they
doing the dumb
didn't
take?
like hit cut, and they didn't cut it out or whatever. They put the whole line in.
It's awesome.
So it does it twice. And so yeah, that remastered that broken line
For the culture.
Didn't fix it. Kind of like what they did with like the Demon Souls thing. How it's like, yeah, we're not fixing the bugs that are the fun one, the fun stuff that you guys remember. So I'm reading here, they have there's a wiki article that so they have the Mace of Molag Balls absorbs strength enchantment now lasts 10 seconds instead of 0. So it's like stuff that was like not working in Oblivion at all. They gave
Finally
it.
fixed
Scroll duplication glitch can no longer be performed. Paintbrushes are now affected by gravity. Fighter Stronghold download no longer causes the Mystic Emporium to become locked during the daytime. Learning a spell from a spell tome no longer plays the sound of casting that spell. The painting of Charos Volga now appears in Countenance Starring Volume of the Private Chamber if Canvas Castle completed by turning in the culprit. The Deluxe Edition also includes brand new content for the game, items based on the aesthetics of Akatosh and Mehrunes Dagon. New quests have been added to receive this content. There's like horse armor and weapons and stuff. References of gender have been removed, with female and male body types have been renamed Type 1 and Type 2, respectively. The stats that were formerly determined by gender are now assigned to choosing a location origin for a character, the options of which differ for each race. The left-hand option reflects the male stats. In the original game, on the right-hand option reflects the female
Now,
stats.
that I understand. It's like, dude, enough of that shit in woke, because it's like that does not like reflect real life. Like, you will get treated differently if you're a male or a female in real life. That's just like how the fuck it is, man.
Yeah, and that's like some good RPG making stuff,
Yes,
right?
yeah. It's like, I don't want to be. What's the point of me trying to be a male or a female if they're all gonna react the
What's up,
exact fucking
Baki?
same to me?
Yeah, and that will suck if they do it for something like Fallout, because Fallout has like the Black Widow perks and stuff, and the gender, but especially New Vegas has like those gender specific dialogues and stuff, and like romance options. Yeah, you can't. They're gonna do it too. They're gonna do it. But
Yeah,
how
it's
do
like,
you-
dude, you take away my seductive powers as a woman, and it's like, what if I want to get pregnant as a woman? It's like, if we're all just different body types, it's not the same thing. It's bullshit.
or like
Which
you're from
I
a
totally
different
get that.
area, like you're from a different area, and being like, like it's something cool for this RPG thing, but removing the gender thing and making that like that's just
That
weird.
takes a lot of depth away.
Yeah.
It's like I want to be a queen. I can't even be a queen anymore because it's like I'm male/female. I can.
Yeah.
What do we call the rulers then? Just a ruler?
In-game dialogue still uses gender pronouns in forms of address, sire, ma'am, depending on the selected body type, as in the original game. So, there is that. Characters can now have facial hair with a wide variety of styles available. Additionally, many NPCs in the game now sport facial hair. So,
but what if I am a woman? Am I still allowed to wear facial hair then? Because no,
probably. And that's usually
not
how
in
they
the
do
real world.
these games. Not in the real. Well, sometimes.
You can't have a fantasy world without bringing the real life elements into it. Will not work.
Many new eye, hair, skin, makeup, hair tone options have been added. All eye options are now races. Player character height is now the same for every race. NPCs will vary in height depending on their race, but the player's character's height is always the same.
And that has pissed me off to the end of time. It's like World of Warcraft has it. They got little ass gnomes and giant taurens and orcs.
Skyrim. If you play a Breton woman, you're the shortest that you can be.
Oh wow!
And the way Skyrim's height system works is that your height directly affects your movement speed.
Yeah.
So if you play someone short, you will actually move slower, and the game will take longer.
Yeah, like in Biomutant. I don't know if anyone's ever played that game. It's actually a pretty good game. But yeah, the world is huge, but you're this little tiny like rodent mutant, and you really kind of move slow because you're so small.
Every NPC face in the game has been redesigned. Some remain visually faithful to the original appearance, while others have been radically changed, no longer resembling their look in the original game. I did see like some like the Khajiits look way different now.
The orcs look insane.
Orcs, Adoring Fan looks a little bit different. Achievements are available. Health now regenerates outside of combat, just as it does in Skyrim. The rate of regeneration is determined by the player's endurance.
Yep, that I noticed as well. That's definitely new new addition. Because I don't remember ever regenerating health on my own.
The player can now move slowly while over encumbered, just like in Skyrim, instead of being frozen in place. As in Skyrim, the player is unable to run or sprint while over encumbered. Like a lot of it is like this worked in Skyrim, like throw it in here. I know there's probably some Oblivion purists out there, but they also probably looked at like what popular mods were for Oblivion and had to be like, yeah,
well, as a I wouldn't say I'm a purist, but like I said earlier, taking away the difficulty slider fucking super sucks because you can make it crazy difficult as soon as you step in the game. And it's not like novice, rookie, master, expert. It's like you had a fucking whole bar. You can super fine tweak the difficulty.
As all downloadable content expansions are enabled by default with no ability to disable them outside of modding, some content that is only present without the DLCs is inaccessible. This includes unique dialogue with Jemima Jurewicz, who are all killed in original release as soon as Knights of the Nine expansion is enabled.
Mila Jovovich is in this fucking game?
Dumira Jurevich, or whatever. Yeah.
Did third person the black guy from Blood Diamond? He's in here.
Third person view has been reworked. The camera now sits over the player's shoulder, and the player can now move independently of the camera's direction.
Mm-hmm.
First person view while riding a horse has been removed. The player is always viewed in third person while riding, similar to Skyrim. See, I like first person horse riding though. At least as an option, you should be able to click in on the stick and do first person horse view. I remember
they removed that completely. That said.
Yeah.
Oh damn.
Yeah.
That sucks.
A new help menu has been added with guidance on a wide range of topics, spanning the game's different mechanics. Difficulty settings are now fixed. Like in Skyrim, instead of a slider, the available options are now Novice, Apprentice, Adept, Expert, Master, matching the ranks used for skills and difficulty options in Skyrim.
That was a huge disappointment for me, honestly. But game's still smooth as fuck. It's way smoother than it was originally.
Harvestables can no longer fail to harvest ingredients. They are now visually changed or vanished to reflect being harvested. Smaller harvestables now have activator volumes, giving them a large hitbox to interact with instead of requiring precise positioning of the cursor. New setting has been added to enable or disable autosaves on loading screens, considered with modern Bethesda games to its releases. The game also now has 5 autosave slots. Tutorial has additional message guiding the player through different mechanics. Quests from downloadable content no longer all begin at once the moment the player leaves the Imperial Prison Sewer. Following the tutorial, instead they all start from visiting their respective locations. New rumor dialogue has been added to help guide the player to these destinations. The rumors can only be heard from characters using new voice types. The lore and unmarked cave that required non-existent key has been changed to have a very easy lock, making the dungeon now legitimately explorable. Unfinished portions of the dungeon have been completed. Oh, that's cool.
I will add this too. If you're a vampire like me right now, everyone will be very concerned about you. They're like, "Oh my god, you look pale and they're about to die. You need to go see a doctor." But then when you go to talk to them, they'll tell you to fuck off because they don't want you around them at all. So it's like, good luck. If you get vampired early in the game, good fucking luck, dude.
NPCs can now repeat their unique dialogue. Several greetings that were unused or rarely used in the original game can now be heard more prominently. Ranaline is now a dark elf and not a high elf. That's weird. They race swapped. Woke. They race swapped her.
Wait, dark elf and high elf, aren't they the same thing? Huh? Like and subscribe.
I don't get it.
Black people smoke weed.
Okay. A new clairvoyant spell has been added, guiding the players to his current objective. Similar fashion was at Skyrim. A new bleed damage effect has been added. It's used for the new expert blade perk. Bonus for the Lord Birth sign has been changed, granted 15% shield and 50% magic resist. Constant effect instead of the blood of the North, lesser power and trollkin ability. Vampirism appearance is redesigned, so instead of the aged and wrinkled appearance of the original, the player's face remains structurally the same, with slight alterations such as different eye color, dark circles under the eyes, a pale and gaunt appearance. Brows and cheekbones are not pronounced like the original, and there is no difference in appearance regardless of vampire stage. Attributes and weaknesses remain the same. The leveling system. I remember hearing that. The leveling system has been overhauled to resolve problems that occurred under the original game system. All skills now contribute to increasing the player's character's level, just as in Skyrim. However, major skills increase level much faster than minor skills, making them the most efficient way to level up. Attribute increases are no longer determined by the specific skills the player has raised. Instead, a new system has been implemented. When the player levels up, they're given 12 virtues to distribute amongst their abilities to increase them. Each virtue assigned to an attribute increases it by a single point. However, luck requires 4 virtues to increase by a single point. Up to 5 virtues can be assigned to a single attribute. Blah, blah. Endurance attribute increases now applied retroactively to health gain while leveling up. Enemy scaling as the player increases their level have been adjusted. Multiple skills now level based on the magnitude of performed actions rather than the number of those actions that are performed. Mercantile experience gained determine the price of items sold. Athletic experience gained more rapidly than sprinting. And then just some stuff with skills that they changed. Combat mechanics. Each melee weapon now has its own move set. It's basically like a lot like the Demon Souls remake.
Remaster, yeah.
Whatever. Yeah. Hit reactions have been added with opponent enemies differently.
Dude, that Demon Souls remaster, good God, bro. I still have yet to pick it up because that motherfucker was sitting on $60 for years still. I'm like, dude,
I got it. I got it for the PlayStation Plus thing. You got to get it on that. Because I think it's in it was in the library. So spells can no longer be cast while blocking. Sheathing a bound weapon no longer dispels it. Well, that's big even for Skyrim. Sheathing a bound is that a summon? Yes, that's the summon. That's the summonal weapon. Yeah, which that happens in Skyrim. If you sheath the weapon, it dispels it. So, that's crazy. But yeah, HUD stuff, menu stuff. The interface of the persuasion minigame has been redesigned. I did see people were happy the lock picking is the same. They were worried that they were gonna give it Skyrim lock picking, like everyone copied, right? So all of the original voice actors are present, with new stuff being new recorded. Many new sound effects are used in place of original sounds. New sound effects plays when discovering a location. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited to pick it up. And I will, excited to play it and jump into all that and play Oblivion.
It's nice, man. It looks great. It's just because I love it too, because it was before the Skyrims and like all the huge open world RPGs really started to bloom and come into play. It was like the forefather of that, and it's brutal, dude. It's a brutal game. It's like a Dark Souls type-ish difficulty.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be interesting to go through something
And it
like
has
that
like the
blind.
mythological there's a unicorns in there you can find. It's like it's really cool, man. It's just I think it's cooler than Skyrim in a lot of ways.
Yeah, Skyrim is very like I don't know.
It's
like,
too
I don't know
easy,
how to describe
bro.
it.
You can run through Skyrim like it's nothing.
Yeah, I do like that though. Like I'm a novice Skyrim player. It was for the longest time. Then I just started playing on normal. But you comb at a certain point, especially now. I've combed through Skyrim, right? I've done everything. I've done it all 100 times. It gets to the point where it's just so samey that every time I play Skyrim, it's just like, yeah, I'm gonna go and go to Bleak Falls Barrow first, right? And then you grab the golden claw so that way you don't have to in the dragon stones, so you don't have to get it later. And so it'll be great to be able to be like, yeah, this is brand new. We're gonna go in, and it's only $50.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong. It's been so long since I played Skyrim, but isn't a lot of the map like snowy? It's like all snowfall kind of almost.
Oblivion's
way different.
You have your Plains of Whiterun, but it still kind of have like a snowy kind of feel. And you have your Swamps of Morthal, your Forests of Falkreath, and Riften, your like Rivers of Riften, but then like everything else is snow.
It's like snow, yeah. It's like wintertime. Yeah. Oblivion is like a way prettier game.
Well, your Mountains of the Reach and your like Area of Solitude. There's a whole video about what temperature every hold would be in Skyrim, and like how it would feel to be like this is what the humidity's like, this is where the wind is going, and what the temperature would be, because like over here the water's frozen, right? But over here it's just snowy, right? So it's not as cold, kind of thing.
It's no fucking snow, assholes. And the dragon thing was cool, but it's like by level 20, when I'm just smashing every fucking dragon in one punch, it's like it loses its luster at that point. It became way too easy to me.
Yeah. Especially if you did magic, because then you could just like snipe them.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to our regularly scheduled comic book talk. The Superman behind the scenes.
Y'all done?
We're done now.
Well,
so y'all done gushing, man. There's jizz all over the place.
You're not a Skyrim guy?
You never played Skyrim, Jesker?
No.
Really?
I was too busy.
There's a mod. There's a mod for Skyrim that adds every single Keyblade.
Gimme.
All of Kingdom Hearts 1s and all of Kingdom Hearts 2s.
Gimme.
They all have special enchantments. Like there's like the one you get from Axel has like fire damage, stuff like that. Like they all have different stuff.
Mine.
They're pretty cool. There's a lot, like just mods as the reason to play Skyrim. Like play it original, like play it normal, but like PC, any PC can run Skyrim at this point. Like they're all good, and Skyrim's easy to run. Throw some good fun mods in there, like
your
Steam.
Fucking PSP should be able to run it.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you can't mod the PSPs,
You're right.
man.
You're right. I'm just saying, man. I just wanted to sound cool.
Are you sure about that?
No, I mean like there's no Nexus, right? There's no Steam Workshop that you can.
There's some Asian kid working on it right now.
Bro, the PSP was one of the most hackable systems I think that's ever come out.
Dude, also you could great fucking system, dude. They need to bring that shit back. That shit was
I love the PSP. I love it,
did
bro.
too, dude. We used to play it all throughout high school together in class,
dude,
like on GTA and all other multiplayer games.
Bro, so like Birth by Sleep, Crisis Core,
Cydia.
And then you had like, I mean, there was also like
There's
some
Metal
good
Gear
survival-
Solid trading card games that were dope.
the God of War games that came out on it.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was dope, man.
I love the PSP, dude.
That was a great system.
You need to remaster those God of War games.
They did.
That's some great
No,
Metal
but
Gear
like-
Solid games on there too.
No, but like all
So-
like do like give me like a complete collection, right? They remastered they remastered
okay.
3. They didn't do
Okay,
1, 2, and all the old ones.
I mean but you can get the PSP games. I think they came out for PS3 as well. They made
I've
like
never,
a PS...
It's possible.
Yeah,
I know they did with Metal Gear Solid, all the PSP games.
I know they
eventually,
ported
like,
it to.
released them.
It was either PS3 or PS4, but I know they brought them to home consoles.
Mm-hmm. Most likely.
probably 3, but either way, like I want to play those on like PS5, right? But the only way you can do that is 3. The only one they were like, yeah, we're gonna make this all cool. Like, give me like a complete full thing.
I thought they were going to give it to us at that event, but you know.
Yeah, I know, right? And then there's like, here's just a bunch of skins for God of War fucking Ragnarok. It's like, no.
I mean, it didn't need to be like, I know people wanted like a God of War 1 remake. Like, I wasn't even asking for that. I would have been fine. I would have been fine with just a remastered collection of the Greek saga.
Yeah, just like a 1.5 fucking remix or whatever, right? Like the whatever that's called.
Yep. And I would have liked if they would have added, like, do a thing where you can like play the game uncensored and you can also play it censored. And the reason why I say I would like a censored,
like streaming mode or whatever.
Yes, because you cannot show certain scenes on YouTube without getting some issues. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
YouTube's a fucking bitch. There's some words you can't even fucking say anymore. That's absolutely ridiculous to me without getting demonetized.
Yeah, you can't even say like fuck and stuff.
You can't say like there's like weapons you probably can't say. There's like
some people go overboard with that. Like I hate when I watch like some video where they're talking about like Fallout or something, and they're like, yeah, you go up here and you grab this, and then you like got to make sure that these dudes, and then it's just like, what are you doing? Like, you can't say gun and kill. Like, it's stupid.
That's
like,
what I'm
like,
saying. Yeah, dude.
But like, YouTube doesn't actually care about that. People just like, they get all worried that they're getting shadow banned or the algorithm's not pushing them or stuff like that.
I mean, to be fair though, can you blame them?
YouTube's fucking fault though. Exactly.
They got.
Sorry,
I'm not talking about YouTube, but I mean, like the people that do that. I mean, some of these people, this is their job. They got
right,
man.
But
and
like,
when YouTube's blocking words, like you can't even say like rape or tits or anything. It's like,
I mean,
what the fuck? How am I supposed to like describe what's going on?
If my channel takes off, like I'm gonna be forced to do that because you know it becomes a job. You know, it's like
yeah,
bro,
but
I gotta watch it. I gotta make money.
A lot of the people that do that are the ones that are already like way up there. Where it's like, all right, you're not getting fucked with anything, you know, or just have a Patreon, right? Like, do YouTube to advertise your Patreon, but like, I don't know, like I don't like people that min-max the algorithm. I always hated it. Where you're like, we have to, like, Mr. Beast will do it, right? Where it's like, we're gonna make sure that we get every single possibility out of this algorithm so that we're like getting the most shown. It's like, yeah, but they'll still show you. They're just not going to promote you as heavily to like kid-friendly channels and shit like that.
Right.
But like,
well, I mean,
they'll
look,
still
man,
show you.
Don't hate the player, hate the game player.
Like war videos still get shown, like history documentaries and stuff like that.
That's why YouTube sucks ass, but it is also the only. I mean, Rumble sucks way worse than YouTube.
Yeah,
it's unusable.
There is no viable YouTube alternative.
No,
YouTube
they know that too.
I wish there was. I wish there was legitimate competition, but right now no one's been able to ever do it as good as YouTube.
You can only say what you're allowed to say.
YouTube needs just like its red band type ad thing where it's like, yeah, like R-rated movies, like horror movies and stuff should be able to have their ads shown like on those videos that get marked, right? Like it's like, yeah, we don't need every you're not gonna get every brand on there, but like there should be some that'll be like, yeah, we don't care if like Mike's Hard Lemonade shows a video where like dudes are swearing. Like they don't care. They're a beer thing, right? Like or an alcohol drink, right? So it's like stuff like that. Like YouTube needs that kind of system. They just don't really want to work to implement it. But anyway, back to actually starting the Superman behind the scenes thing. I did see people were saying that James Gunn posted this in response to the Fantastic Four trailer.
Fuck James Gunn. I'm tired of this motherfucker. But continue.
He did not post this in response to the Fantastic Four trailer, as right after was like Superman Day or whatever. So it was like he was going to post it. But it will be interesting seeing these two movies go head to head because they are very similar, and they are kind of like in similar boats as well.
What are you talking about? Superman and FF4?
Yeah, Fantastic Four, yeah. Like they're similar and like they're both.
FF4 is a little more similar to the Thunderbolts. But
I'm saying it's like aesthetically, right? Like the idea of like how it's this kind of like old kind of superhero bright,
a little more joyful, yeah.
Joyful, yeah. And how it's, and then if you're talking like universe wise, like both universes are in like a low point, quote unquote, like because Superman's like starting the universe, but he's not, right? And then so they're both in kind of like this, like, ooh, we're superhero movies in general are kind of low, so we could, there's some potential here. Who knows, right? So.
Superman might be a flop, dude. I don't know if it'll be a flop.
I think Superman's going to do better than Fantastic Four.
I still stand by. I think Thunderbolts is going to be the smash secret hit of the summer, dude.
That's crazy.
I think Thunderbolt's going to come through big time, man.
I think you're crazy.
Yeah, that's what people call me, bro.
Let me put up a poll. Like what movie of the two will be the one to win that like July?
Oh man, that's a good question because honestly, I think they're both look very underwhelming right now. So they're probably going to perform very similarly, in my opinion. I think Superman's way too overbloated, and Superman looks too much like a bitch. Fantastic Four, no one wants to see that Silver Surfer. No one wants to see that Johnny Storm.
Grumpy says they're in the same position related to their respective universes, but Thunderbolts, as boring as those trailers have been, may actually do better than both of them. Yeah, but we're not talking about Thunderbolts coming out. Thunderbolts coming out now. That's out of the equation. I'm talking about because remember, Superman and Fantastic Four come out like a week apart from each other.
I think they're gonna both do pretty much the same. I think whatever they spent, they're gonna get back. I don't think it's gonna be no huge like blockbuster, mind blowing type of money they get.
I think Superman's gonna do better just because of the curiosity factor. It's a new universe.
I'd say Superman, you got Gunn carrying it. You got Superman already carrying it. MCU
it's probably getting way promoted better, too, because all you're really seeing from Fantastic Four is just like these trailers. But Superman's like everywhere.
Yeah, I hope the Fantastic Four stuff picks up now. Like, we'll see more. They'll definitely will have the Funkos coming out before the movie's out, spoiling the whole thing. And it'll be like, all right. We'll see the fucking Beyonder Funko.
What is
the fucking Beyonder Funko?
I just saw Sinners the other day. What is Sinners? Is that WB? Is that fucking what was that?
I have no idea, but I hear people are going nuts over it.
Yeah, it's overrated. It's a good movie, but it's not what it's being made.
I hear that the Haley Steinfeld's like hot.
Yeah, I mean she looks like Haley Steinfeld, so yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good movie. It is a good movie. I would suggest going to see it. It's as I suggest going to see any original film, and it is original film. So, and I did like it. It's a good movie, but it's not 98% on Rotten Tomatoes what they're giving right now.
Ryan Coogler. I'm not seeing nothing about Disney or WB. It's not really indie, but.
Who produces this fucking thing? I'm not seeing it either.
Warner Brothers.
Whoa, well, that is WB. Okay. Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
I didn't see no Superman in that at all. I didn't see no trailer for Superman.
That's weird. I
That's-
bet you the Superman trailer during Thunderbolts though. That happens.
Oh,
That's
for
always
sure.
funny.
That's cool to me. And they're shit. We're still getting that Marvel and DC crossover and comic books comes. Isn't that supposed to come this year? Are we supposed to be getting that soon?
I don't know if it's this year, but maybe. Crypto.
Yeah, I agree.
No.
Yeah, I was just gonna mention something about that. Yeah, Grumpy, you're probably hearing more about like else is in Superman other than Superman getting his ass kicked the entire fucking trailer and making out with Lewis while the fucking Metropolis is getting destroyed behind him.
Did you say making out with Lewis?
Yeah, Lewis, whatever. He's a dude. Whatever. Make her a dude, and everyone's on board. Make her a black dude.
Yeah, fucking Silver Surfer is gonna be a chick and Lois Lane's gonna be a guy.
Lewis
I mean,
Lane's a black guy.
Lewis Lane's a black guy. It's Lawrence
Lewis.
Fishburne.
Lewis
Fishburne.
Kane. Yeah,
Lawrence,
make him Lawrence Fishburne again. That'd be awesome, dude.
who was a better Lawrence Fishburne character? Goliath, Silver Surfer, or Perry White?
Joe, bro, when water wet is one of the greatest fucking lines of all time. Give me Perry White Fishburne. Even though I know Grumpy will hate it.
Yeah, he is a terrible Perry White, though. I gotta admit that whole daily.
What is that character though?
Snyderverse Daily Planet Snyderverse Daily Planet was all awful. Everything about it. Clark Kent's terrible. Like it's just Cavill and glasses. Like he's not Clark Kent at all.
Look, I'll die on this fucking hill that it is not all Snyder's fault that all went to shit. WB.
Wait, hold up. Wait, pause. Clark Kent and Superman are the same guy?
I don't know. I personally don't know.
Press X to doubt, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't
Let's
think
watch
so.
this thing.
I agree, Jessica.
Being
This
shy.
self-indulgent
I love
bullshit queer shit.
The purity of Superman. There was a time when I was starting to understand what movies were.
Fuck you, James Gunn.
Like you're a fan of Zack Snyder, though, Snow man. Like
Well, I'm a fan of some things he does.
Listen, man.
Gunn has overstayed his welcome just as much as Snyder did.
The Snyderverse is dead. Let it go.
Yeah, I'm not bringing Snyderverse up. Jamie, pull that up.
That's not what it sounds like to me.
James didn't.
No, I
know
brought it
that
up, to be fair.
Superman was
Yeah,
in
he
his
brought it up.
future.
I didn't say anything
He
about
wasn't
Snyder.
sure that was the one he should be doing. And then he called me one day and he said, "I have a way in. I know what I want to talk about." I
It's
want
cool they
900
actually went.
characters other than Superman in my Superman movie.
It's cool they actually went to the snow to film. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Instead of just doing like Disney would just be like, all right, here's the green screen room, and throw all this fucking cotton on the ground.
I could make a cocaine joke right now, but I don't want to crash out again.
No, there's no kids around,
yes.
so you're all right.
I could for years. This character is noble and he's beautiful.
We just finished day 1 on Superman.
It's been a hell of a week at the office. His scripts are so unique.
So that makes sense that this was day 1. This is the very first time we saw the suit, right? Was when it was that picture. It was all burnt. He was sitting at the thing. So
I agree, Grumpy. Gunn is just as much as a clown as Snyder is for different reasons.
Baki says, yeah, at this point, I don't know what's going to happen with DC Comics. DC will be fine.
DC will be fine. Read Absolute Batman. It is a banger. If there's no other good comics in DC, at least we have Absolute Batman. The art is enough.
I hear good about all the Absolute stuff.
People don't want to admit
Superman's
it.
kind of meh.
People don't want to admit it, bro. But let's just call a spade here. Some of these companies, they're too big to fail. You know what I mean? Like DC and Marvel aren't going anywhere.
Yeah. Especially with the revenue that the movies make. Like even when there's bombs, the bombs still makes money.
They're so entrenched in the culture that you're never going to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Sorry, Eric July.
His scripts are so unique. His stories, they're heartfelt.
You know, we love the opportunity.
Yeah, and then the robots are actually puppets too, which is nuts. They're animatronics. We saw that in the last part. I thought those were CGI.
Yeah, see?
Eric
See?
July will never create a character even as fucking foundational as Jubilee. He will never even make a Jubilee. He has
Never
nothing.
make a Jubilee,
He has
bro.
nothing.
That's crazy.
I was weird. I just don't know why you mentioned.
I mean, I don't know why he brought it up
Because
either.
Jubilee's like a fan favorite, but
Fan favorite,
she ain't no Batman. Does he even have a Jubilee? No. I'm fucking tired of the props this clown is getting. This is universe in comics.
Good God, man. You got a hate boner for Eric July.
Because he sucks. And you brought him up.
Go on.
He sucks.
Go more detracting streams.
Sorry, Jessica started it.
I was saying it in reference to what we're
Eric July is the Ricada cocaine to Samurai Star.
He's the Zack Snyder of comic books. How
Say
about
his
that?
name. No, Zack Snyder's the Zack Snyder of comic books.
Say his name when no one is around you. Say I fucking hate you.
Robot is practical. We were talking just last week about practical versus CGI, and it seems that Gunn is using a lot more practical.
All right, so then all the guys that are, have a hate boner for CGI, they ought to automatically love this movie.
No,
Snowman has to like this movie on principle.
Yes, you have to. You have no choice. You have to go see it You have to go see it 4 times, just like Andrew saw Captain America: Brave New World.
Name one practical effect in Batman v Superman.
The Batplane, the Batmobile, Batman fighting in the warehouse. That was all practical effects. Can I continue? Do you want me to continue? The robotic Batman suit was practical effects. Superman's costume and the capes, they were all practical effects.
Well, the costume
mixed with CGI.
Well, we'll see. They're doing that here as well. Superman's cape is also going to be CGI.
Well, those robots look real. That's cool. I thought they looked 100% CGI in the trailer.
You like picture what Cyborg looked like in Justice League, and then picture
looked like shit.
Cyborg was terrible.
And dude, that pissed me off too, because dude, hate Snyder all you want. I get it. I get the Snyder hate, but it is not all his fault that everything went to ruin. He had such a great vision for even Cyborg that he had like a Dr. Jekyll kind of Mr. Hyde like kind of horror fucking thing going with Cyborg, but they just ruined everything that this man tried to do. But I also agree he's a self-indulgent. He's a mostly shit
because at a
director.
certain point you're adapting characters to screen. You can't change them that heavily. Like it can be cool if you're doing like this is the first time Cyborg's been done live action besides in like fucking.
You could have done anything with him. You could have made him a Frankenstein type horror.
But people want Cyborg. Like Pete Cyborg is one of the.
Who knows what his Cyborg is?
Teen Titans fans do, Snowman.
Well, that was part of the problem, though, is that Cyborg should not have been a part of the Justice League.
Oh yeah, that was a DC fuck up, but that was long before.
You said
that's true, but Snyder didn't have to adapt New 52. I mean, listen, bro, Cyborg is a Teen Titan. Sorry, Teen Titan.
Well, yeah, I'm not a huge believer of him being like an original member of the Justice League either. So. But the way he was going, whether it departed from your view or not, it was an interesting way to take Cyborg. And my point is, it is.
Do I have to remind you of The Last Jedi? Different is not always good.
I agree.
Anyway, back to James Gunn.
To play with the incredible DC library of characters and stories.
I think Nicholas Holt's going to be fine as Luthor.
He's going to be fine. That's the problem. We need someone who's going to be amazing.
Well, I mean, I can't say whether or not he's going to be amazing. I haven't seen him act yet. I'm just saying, like, I know Nicholas Holt from other things.
He's crying and he says nothing of interest. From what we've seen of him so far? I think he's just going to be a lame, boring fucking Lex Luthor.
It's hard to top. It's hard to top Gene Hackman, though.
Jesse Eisenberg, you're right.
This guy
Kevin
was the
Spacey,
worst.
dude. Kevin Spacey, bro. As much as he's a scumbag, he was the
Kevin
best
Spacey
Lex
was
Luthor
just
we've ever seen.
reheating Gene Hackman's nachos.
No.
So he wasn't even
No.
like.
I'm
He
not
was
gonna
far
lie,
more
though.
menacing, far
Not
more
gonna lie,
menacing
though.
than Hackman.
Kevin Spacey's Lex Luthor, especially when he's in that interrogation scene on the yacht with Lois.
Wrong.
He's
You're
crazier.
villain evil, dude.
No, that's kind of what's scary because there's like history
know.
between him and Superman, and it's
I
just
get
like
that he.
Gene Hackman does not touch the levels that Kevin Spacey does.
that history between Superman and Luthor, you can see how it's really just
he hates
broke
him.
him.
He hates
Yeah,
him.
man. And it's just like, I mean, I'm like, this is a guy that might try to kill that kid and might try and kill Lois.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just to hurt Superman.
For that interpretation of Lex, like that Lex would don the battle suit, right? And I get that.
Oh,
Yes.
I just love, I just
Look
love
just
how
like him.
much. I just love how much of like a piece of shit Hackman Luthor is, though, just because he's like.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna say something controversial.
He is
here.
a classic villain, whereas Kevin Spacey is more your super villain.
I'm gonna say something controversial here. I'll see how much hate I get for this. I don't think the shit that went down between Kanye and his cousin was all that bad. No, I'm joking.
That was Ruby's stream.
So I kind of like Superman Returns.
Yeah, it's not bad. Superman
No.
Returns it's slow. It's slow. The Lois Superman stuff is slow. And I don't like Luthor's plot. It should have been him with a mech suit. That would been awesome.
He was the best part of that movie, dude. He was the best part of that movie.
I'm
That movie sucked
like
ass.
the idea that she's got this secret Superman kid and everything, and I don't know, man. Like it's there's something about it that is just like
there's some
that
intriguing
movie
parts for sure.
That movie needed a bigger threat than Luthor on a boat. Like that whole time he's on a yacht.
It needed them to do something through other. There's like two set pieces: Superman saving the plane, and Lex Luthor dropping the Kryptonite Island on him. Other than that, nothing happens that entire 3.5-hour movie.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like that movie is slow and it's empty. Yeah,
that's how that movie felt.
It is slow, and it's not your typical superhero movie, but. There's just something to it. Got, and I don't even. I don't really know how to.
It sucks ass because all the pieces are in the right place. Right?
I don't know how to describe it. I don't know how to describe it, but there's something about it. I'm like, kind of like this, man.
It's that I Am Legend. It's that I Am, or not the iRobot meme where it's like, do y'all have any good writing? Like, no, we have cool moments in aura. It's like, oh, like. That's literally what Superman Returns is. Like it aesthetically, it looks good. And it's
and the cool moments in aura is one time. Superman had one cool moment one time in the whole movie.
When the guy shoots him in the eyeball and the bullet hits his
I
eye
wasn't
and
even thinking
crushes.
Cool. Yeah. He's bulletproof. I get it. Cool, Superman. Cool.
That was cool. That was in like every trailer.
And him saving the plane in the baseball field. That's it.
That's it. Everything else is lame.
3.5-hour movie.
Yeah. So, like I said, if it would have been set in because it's set in the Donnerverse, right?
I agree. That movie sucked ass.
Set in the Donnerverse, and then get Kevin Spacey in a mech suit at the end of it. Would have been awesome.
Yep. But I love,
Easy
God damn it,
2000.
as much as dude, it just fucking sucks that Hollywood is a cesspool because Kevin Spacey, he was one of my favorite actors, man. He could, and obviously now I wonder why. He could play villains like no one could play him, dude.
Yeah.
And obviously because he's a fucking villain in real life.
Grumpy says Kevin Spacey was kind of boring and a little rip-offy, but I actually did like his Luthor. He was evil in Superman Returns. That movie was ruined by Bryan Singer. The pedo, just like all X-Men.
X-Men 1
Superman Returns is boring, and Bryan Singer turns Supes into a stalker, deadbeat dad. Screw that movie. Singer's no Donner.
Wait, hold up. He didn't.
Or even a gut.
He's not a dead. Hold up. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Supes didn't know that was his kid.
Yeah,
he was gone the whole.
Yeah. So how
he was off world too.
How is he a deadbeat dad when he doesn't know that the kid exists?
Yeah,
a deadbeat.
And also, she lies. She
lies
about the kid's father.
A deadbeat dad is someone
That alone is enough to be like, get that out of my fucking Superman movie, dude. I do
What are you
not care
talking
about
about?
this shit at all.
Yeah, that was too like dramatic.
Like, soap
and-
opera-y.
Yeah.
I liked it. But he's not a deadbeat dad. To be a deadbeat dad, you have to know that one, you have a kid out there,
That's
and
some
two,
like
you
Green
are
Arrow type Daredevil.
you are
type drama.
actively and knowingly
Literally, Green
not
Arrow drama happened in
being a father.
Arrow.
Yeah, get it out of here.
Yeah,
If it's a Superman and a kid drama, give me like some Invincible shit where the kid's already like super powerful and Superman's like, whoa, I gotta teach this kid or he's gonna become a super villain.
Yeah, that's called. Hey, Snowman, you want to watch a show where that's all about that?
Invincible, I know it's a great show.
No, that's Superman and Lois.
Yeah, oh, yeah, great.
Superman,
Another great
Superman and
show.
Lois is him having his kids with powers.
I don't need some little kid with some fucking stupid gay cut that doesn't say anything the whole movie and he's just a
Grumpy
stupid little kid.
says- Also, that kid has Aquaman pajamas at the very last scene in the movie. That's cool.
Oh, so Aquaman's in the Donnerverse.
But also but fictional because he has pajamas of it.
Grumpy, you know
no.
that Nick Cage Superman got turned a lot of Snyder's film, Man of Steel, got took from the
You are
fucking,
wrong. Soups would never just leave like that deadbeat dad stalker. Screw Brian Singer, give me Nicolas Cage Superman every day. Every day.
If only. That would have been amazing.
Yeah, that Nicolas Cage movie even also kind of sucked. Kevin Smith got to do that script for Supergirl. And it's just like he gets sent to some like alien world.
Also, Kevin
In a
Smith, a
portal.
fucking hack idiot. I'm so glad he did. You're
Well,
right. I'm glad he never got to make that movie. He's a fucking hack. He sucks.
Yeah, I don't think
Kevin Smith sucks.
that any of that got used for Man of Steel. I'll be honest.
No, there's the spider like androids that kind of got turned into the world engine, and there was.
Oh, that's
like,
no.
mhm,
No.
There are bits and pieces that got turned into Snyder shit,
I don't
dude,
think
for
they're
sure.
even androids. I think the original script it is a giant spider. That's why he is fighting a spider in the Flash movie.
It's a giant robot spider.
I don't know. I think it's in the original. I would have to read the script, but either way, that the world engine is not the giant spider reimagined. The world engine has 3
Google it.
legs, for God's sake.
Jamie, pull all this up. Tired of
I
it.
mean, there is a 3-legged spider when I decide to torture one.
All right, moving on.
Wait a minute. No, bring that back.
Jessica's trauma, not.
What is Jessica talking about?
I hate spiders.
Characters and stories, and we really want to do justice for them.
Welcome to the Daily Planet.
Oh,
That looked pretty cool.
I like Metamorpho being like a rubber like costume, right? Like
I do want to hate on this movie, but Hawkgirl and Metamorpho do look pretty good.
yeah,
You know who Metamorpho reminds me of?
Ivan Ooze.
Well, that I didn't even realize that till now. But yeah, you're not joking, man.
Damn, you're right.
Like, he also looks like, especially in the face, he looks like Zordon from that live action. The Power Rangers movie they did, like the Dark Edgy one.
Bryan Cranston.
Yeah, at the beginning, he looks like that Zordon.
Grumpy's still going on Man of Steel. Man of Steel, or no, he's starting going off Man of Steel. Man of Steel has decent action, but the worst story is
It's decent
Mopey
action.
Man of Stool. Nothing super about.
Give me 5 superhero movies with better action than Man of Steel.
Superman
I'll wait.
versus Ivan Ooze. Let's go.
Leap to your doom.
Give me 5 superhero movies with better action than Man of Steel, Grumpy. Please.
5 superhero movies with better action than Man of Steel.
Now you got to remember, it's got the fucking Smallville fight scene. It looks like a Dragon Ball Z fight scene ripped straight from the pages. You got the last fight scene with fucking Superman and Zod, which is incredible. You got the fight scene with Zod and Jor-El in the very beginning. So please tell me.
All the things I've missed. The Black Plague. The Spanish Inquisition. The Brady Bunch reunion.
Did you have to look up Ivan Ooze quotes?
No, No, that movie lives rent free in my head.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say because I used to watch that movie a lot. I used to rent it, but I have not thought about that in a while.
Avengers 1 and First Avenger do not have better action than Man of Steel, Grumpy. Sorry. Not happening.
I'll say I would have said Winter Soldier instead of First Avenger.
Winter Soldier, maybe. Civil War, even maybe. Definitely not First Avenger and Avengers.
Spider-Man 1. Spider-Man 1.
There's no. Oh man, dude, yeah, Grumpy, you're crazy, bro. The action Man of Steel is what makes that movie so good. It's part of what makes
I
that
will
movie
say,
great,
like the action in Man of Steel, to this day, is still really impressive.
It's top notch, bro. It's elite.
I'll say Spider-Man 1 has better action scenes than Man of Steel.
Oh wow!
You could even say BVS has better action than Man of Steel. I would take that.
I'm not giving BVS any credit for it.
Because BVS, the problem with that is you're putting all of BVS on the warehouse scene, and the warehouse scene is great.
Nope, not true.
Because the
First
Doomsday
action
fight
scene with Batman, the Doomsday fight's even awesome. But
Doomsday
you're right.
fight's,
You're right.
The Doomsday fight's kind of ass though.
It's probably
Like-
not better than the fight scene with Fiore and the guy with the knife. It's probably not even better than that fight scene. That fight scene is awesome.
None of the Marvel Phase 1 breaks suspension of disbelief. Snyder did the last fight. He was trying to rip off DBZ. Man of Steel is terrible. It's some action that rips off DBZ. BVS is complete garbage. There's no story. Action scenes in Justice League kind of suck. I'll be honest.
Yeah, no, Justice League, even the Snyder variant, it's just a slog to get through, man. It's long. There are cool scenes.
The cool scene I like in Justice League is the slowed down Flash and Superman turning like that. No matter what, no matter who, anyone who saw that movie, no matter what they hated it, they liked that part.
Mm-hmm.
Superman turned to look at the Flash going super.
Very cool.
Ezra Miller ruined that scene because he's making a stupid face, but otherwise, Henry Cavill's cool. And the last fight with Steppenwolf's all right. Like,
The Grumpy, I totally disagree with you, man. I mean, look, I understand the story makes the action scene that much more impactful, but just visually and viscerally, like, none of the action does anything for you.
Separate the fights from the rest of the film, and it's kind of impressive, bro.
Just look at it for what it is. The rest of the movie could suck ass, but the fight scenes themselves are and you can't take that away.
I look at that and I'm like, you know what? Maybe Hollywood could do a Dragon Ball Z movie well.
There you go, dude. You just need the right pieces in place. Do not let Snyder write the script. I agree. Do not let him write the goddamn movie, but he can direct the
He's a visual director.
He can shoot a fucking scene. He's still valuable to Hollywood, man.
And you also need a guy to kind of be like, no, Snyder, that's stupid. Like the worst one to me still, like the worst, like, come on, Snyder. Not even the Christ in space from Man of Steel, right? The worst is after Superman's killed in Batman v Superman, how you have goddamn Lois lowering him down and you have the 3 metal crosses. And I'm just like, Snyder, you need to not do
Not
that.
even that, dude.
This
It's
is
like
stupid.
not even 2.5 minutes after you kill this motherfucker, he's coming back to life. What is the fucking point of that?
I
whole
am
entire fight
Jesus.
scene?
I am Jesus. I am Jesus.
The dirt raises off the ground.
Cool, dude. Did
But
not
then-
see that coming. Cool, dude.
But like it doesn't link back to anything because they don't even resurrect him with the dirt, and he's not even like he's revealed to be alive. They use like the mother box to resurrect him.
No, yeah, dude, and that all comes back to me. It's like, dude, it's not Snyder's fault, man. I feel like Snyder had a plan in place, but WB tried to rush everything so they could be like, oh, we need an Avengers now. We need an Avengers 2 right now. We need it all right now.
But even then, you just do the way you resurrect him is just do the death of Superman thing, where it's just like, oh yeah, he's just alive. You know, he's just recuperating. That's fine.
I feel like WB sucks ass, and they're more of a problem than Snyder was.
They were more of a problem. You got to remember that was before we got David Zaslav in there, and
Yeah.
Well, things have changed with the top brass at Warner Brothers. Not so much DC, but Warner Brothers.
Or the worst.
So we'll see, man.
Yeah, we'll see.
Zaslav's not great. He might be better for DC, but for like the animation and all that.
No, yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Well, I'm talking about specifically when it comes to DC.
I was just talking about in general. Like Zaslav's not great for.
I mean, I do wish they would do more with Looney Tunes.
Well, like there's a lot off of Max that got removed, like full on, just cut, gone. So anyway,
Sink said, let's start the show over.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's been so much fun to have the gang together finally.
Why can't Perry White just be a white guy anymore? Like, what are they?
Water, wet. He needs to be black.
Cat got her boobs out though. That's pretty cool. I saw a theory that because this is rumored to be Ultraman, right?
Parasite. Saw it today.
Parasite. Yeah, I saw that.
No, you better not, because Parasite looks cool as shit in the cartoon. And if you use this as a costume to equate him to Parasite, fuck you, James Gunn.
No,
I'm already over your shit.
It would be cool to have him start like this, and then just like in the cartoon, right? He gets the chemicals on him, and it like
slowly deteriorates,
melts the suit to his skin or something, and then he gets the weird like. That's how he becomes purple. I don't know. Because I mean, like Metamorpho's there, so we got chemical stuff already kind of around. So.
Yeah, what other character is not in there already? James Gunn.
Trunks on the outside of my pants, like it's liberating.
Games and his stories, he does it with heart.
Superman is a character who's good.
Who is filled with hope. He saves people because it's the right thing to do.
But this is the same guy James Gunn has shit on publicly before.
Superman was my.
Hasn't James Gunn
what
talked
up,
shit about
boys?
Oh God, an Alabamian.
What's up, brother? How's that cock hanging?
Is that literally just come on, do that?
Hold on. I had the site muted. My bad. I forgot because I was going to talk to somebody in Discord the other day. Oh no, Kick Cynic already. Just got here. No.
Yeah,
I'm gonna stay a couple 2-3 minutes. I've got some notes I've got to jot down from some writing or some plotting I was doing earlier. Stuff I'm gonna keep. What are we doing? What happened to this show? Start it over. Let's do it over.
Wait,
Go back to the beginning.
Do you have a story you're writing, Cynic?
I do.
Oh man, please send me some beats when you can.
Oh yeah. I mean, right now it's just sort of like a rough, plot summary that I've got, and nothing is like really set in stone. And then
I'd love to hear it, man.
The other one is there's 2 of them that I'm working on with somebody, and the other one is just really the ideas, like the basic premise. So, we'll figure out the rest of that later. And then we got a couple 2-3 things, in the pipe, coming down the line. We'll see. See how it works out.
You doing a book or comic book?
I would say it's one of them's probably more graphic novel, with the way I'm trying to do them. Maybe a comic, for one of them, but I've got to discuss that with the person that's helping me. So see what they actually want to do.
She seems like a nice guy.
So begins.
He's a pretty hot dude, Pretty nice bro. We bro out.
I'm so gender confused right now.
You've been gender confused.
Yeah,
for years. The fuck you talking?
Yeah,
that's a you problem, Jessica.
Say their name. Doug.
Doug sounds like a beautiful lady, man.
No,
Doug's a handsome
do you
guy.
really you really want me to say who it is?
Is it Preston?
Maybe.
Is that one of them?
Oh,
Big mystery.
Oh,
Gay.
Yeah, I'm a big gay nigga.
Working with girls.
Right.
Right.
When as Snowman just opened the door and then
Big gay
Cynic's
crack.
just gonna walk right through it.
Working with girls is gay.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, no, I mean we're working on a couple things. She had a couple stories that she had ideas for, and I'm sort of fleshing them out, and then.
Oh yeah, you guys are fleshing some things out, huh?
Bang.
I wasn't gonna go there, but okay.
I don't know what you're talking about by any means. But no, we're Jesus Christ. Can't anybody just be normal for once?
Nah, man.
Cynic.
Not in this space.
What kind of stupid fucking question is that?
Idiot.
Did you forget the type of people you hang out with?
Yeah, that's true.
None of us are normal. None of us have ever been normal.
Well, I don't know. Snowman seems pretty normal, right?
I'm pretty cool.
We wouldn't know normal.
Preston says Cynic is gay though, and he's also kind of an uggo. Those are all true facts. Those are canon, I guess.
Hey, you might be gay. You might suck cocks, but he's a handsome man.
I'm a horribly disfigured virgin, is what I am.
I don't agree. With
Oh,
that.
now you're getting confused. That's me.
No, I'm taking your role. I'm moving. You know what? It's now Cynic Wednesdays. Sins days is what we're doing. Sinks Wednesdays. And from now on we're gonna cuss real vulgarly, Snowman, right? We're gonna say N bombs and F slurs.
F words.
We're gonna call people crickers.
Did you say that we can do the N bombs?
On my show. It's my show now.
I'm free. Finally, I'm free.
Cynic is a 2 out of 10. Yeah, I wish. What are we just gonna not watch this trailer? Did I derail the show, Wizard?
You done talking?
No, man.
I guess.
Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Cynic.
How big's your dick?
I was getting all the
extra small, extra medium, somewhere in between there.
Okay. I respect it.
It doesn't even show up on camera when I take a picture.
Okay. Oh. Dude.
Oh, it's like a vampire.
I feel you.
Cynic never shuts up. That's right. Let's watch
Dude,
this
speaking
video.
of vampirism, I'm stuck as a vampire in Oblivion. This fucking sucks.
You need to go to the companions. Just go to the companions and do the quest, and then do a werewolf.
Yeah, you say it like it's easy.
Yeah.
Wait, you already
the
let the
quest is out.
vampirism take over instead of
I don't
just
even know
going
how
to
it
get.
happened, dude.
You just got to go get a cure disease potion, and literally it cures
Yeah,
it.
thanks. Good luck. Where's that at?
At any fucking local city.
Here's the twist. They won't sell me anything because I'm a vampire right now.
You idiot.
They're like, get out of here.
You big
Restart
dumb idiot.
your game.
Yeah,
I
dude.
know, I gotta delete everything, burn it all
Did you
down.
save scum? Dude, break your
I got a couple
PS5.
saves. I can
Break your
do
PS5.
that.
Throw it away.
I know. You're right. That is really the only option.
I keep forgetting I don't have a stream key here, so I'd like keep clicking on chat.
Go to Deep Score and Hollow and go use the fount. Anyway, I don't know Oblivion stuff.
Get
I was
into it,
literally
man. It'll
before
fuck you.
One of the last games I was playing before I had to come to Birmingham so much, I was playing the old school.
Birmingham.
Preston, I have no audience, so that will not do you any good.
I am your audience, and then I came on the show.
Anyway,
I just came.
Finish this. Though.
Yeah, me too.
Original superhero, and it started in comics, and I think it's going to be a game changer.
This is the beginning of the future. They are launching a new era right now.
It's the beginning of a whole new adventure and a whole new universe.
Honestly, surprised Corn Sweat's not British. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know why, but it's just like,
Cause that's a British ass name.
this is like one of those like behind the scenes videos where they're gonna be like, yeah, I love playing the Superman, you know, and then you're like, whoa, like, that was a surprise.
Is he really not like he's American?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just,
Finally, we got a normal American to play Captain. I mean, Superman. Jesus, my brain is all
like that.
my brain is all whompy right now.
I mean, there's only been one British Superman, so
Yeah, but he's been Superman forever. So
I think yeah. I mean,
there's only been one British Superman.
People
You're
like
right.
people like Snowman wouldn't let him go.
Yeah, please just
Cavill?
let me have my Henry Cavill back. I love how he builds computers and plays World of
he
Warcraft.
plays Warhammer.
He
I
plays
thought he was
Warhammer,
great.
guys. Please
They
let me
sucked
have
that they'd let him go.
I know he's not in this universe. It'd just be weird to bring him back, but do it.
No, I agree. The Snyderverse is dead to me, bro. 100%. But yeah, no, I want to see a different rendition.
Bro,
of
if they brought
Superman.
the Snyderverse back, Sims like you would just be, y'all would throw this in the garbage and cheer your stupid little heads off on Twitter. Y'all would quit
Nah.
detracting Eric July in a heartbeat if they done that.
Yeah.
Hell no, that
Yep.
would never happen.
Y'all would
That
turn into
motherfucker-
Snyder Sims all over again,
Nope.
bro.
Eric gets
July
Zack Snyder to
detractor
direct
before-
the ISA movie.
Oh my god, we would never
Okay,
see
then-
Snowman
Henry
Then-
Cavill
then-
plays Brian Solari.
Eric
Snowman,
July
let's
plays
keep it
Brian
real, dog.
Solari, directed by Zack Snyder.
Let's keep it real, Snowman.
Then
If that happened, you would contact Eric July and be like, listen, all those guys I were hanging out with, the tweet,
I was
the inbred Alabamian,
Hey,
the
hey,
Virgin
hey.
Wizard, they're all dead to me, bro.
I'm
They're
now also-
all
Nah,
dead.
how dare you? How dare you? I have principles, okay?
I'm
No, you
also a
don't.
virgin now. Don't even.
It would also take surprise Cynic steals a joke from someone else.
But I'm taking it. I'm not stealing it. I'm bullying you and taking it.
No, Snowman would be like, no, you got to back Gremlin World, and then he'd like Eric July.
Yeah. I'm above everything.
Anyway, we
let's get
also
back
have
to the
the
show.
first logo for the Supergirl movie
Oh, that's good. I like that.
revealed from the like people were announcing like, oh, we're filming, so they have like the little chairs and stuff.
Yeah, I like that. That's
Yeah,
a
the
good
little
logo.
blue in there instead of the yellow.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Yeah. Cynic, you missed some of the stuff that we went over, like the Oblivion remaster. Have you gotten that yet?
Yeah.
I'll let you guys gush out.
No, we're not. No.
I haven't got to play it,
no,
but
go
I was
back.
on Discord with a bunch of buddies earlier today as they were streaming it. It's beautiful. But no, I've got it. It's sitting in my house right now. So
Then
I sent
what
my
else?
mommy to go get it for me.
Last of Us season 2.
No, I'm not watching it. Don't care.
Yeah.
Move on.
Like I said, they handled a lot of the Joel death better than what I thought they would.
Some of it looks pretty good.
Nope, don't care. Move on. Last of Us is dead to me.
All right.
Then
Like Jesper's
has a
heterosexuality. Doesn't
Fantastic
exist.
Four trailer.
Did someone mention Jesper's sexuality?
Everybody's mad about that female Silver Surfer. Not
Get him
mad.
out of here. Get him
Not mad.
Yeah, I
think people are just being overly sensitive.
No.
She's canon. About the only thing is her tits are a little flat.
The CGI does look rough. I think what it is.
You know who's also
is-
canon? Red Hood is also canon. Red Hood can suck all the fucking dicks and go fuck off for eternity. How about that?
Where is this coming from?
You said
He
it's
doesn't like
canon.
Red- he
and I'm
doesn't like
giving
Red
you
Hood.
an example of canon that sucks ass.
DC and Marvel, of course, the same company.
Yeah, but comics they're not the same thing though, right? Wizard? You're right, Wizard.
No, I'm gonna say that
You're
the
right, Wizard.
reason
You're right. You're right.
I think the reason why Girl Silver Surfer or MCU Silver Surfer looks bad is because they tried to make her too reflective.
I don't think
Which
it's. It's a trailer, so I don't think it's like the final stuff yet. I think she'll have a little tune up before it actually hits the big screen.
Yeah, but in general, like if you look back at like
Nah, you're right,
Fishburne Silver Surfer, he wasn't.
You know what? I'm
like,
starting to be with Snowman right
fucking
now.
wild.
Yeah, you're right. You know everything,
right,
Wizard.
You're
Wizard,
right.
you know everything. What are we yelling at? What are we yelling about,
Yeah.
Snowman?
Y'all hear that? Y'all
Fuck
hear
Wizard.
chat? Y'all hear that?
Fuck Wizard. Yeah.
There's
This
a
is
lot of
our chat now. We're overthrowing this tire. I'm tired of him every week. I come in here. I quit the show for 2 weeks. Well, 2.5 weeks because of the Chronicles of Narnia stuff. I was protesting.
I feel that.
He digs it up every week. He sends me quick little messages in the DM groups. Wait till Wednesday. Look what I got.
Oh, this little scheming bastard wizard, you say?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just went AFK and took it. I don't know what to do now.
Oh,
I
no.
feel bad.
Wizard was. Oh.
No, I was. The Silver Surfer in the original Fantastic Four movies was just look kind of metal, but not reflective.
Mm-hmm.
So that they're doing some type, and I think that just makes it look so fake. Is when it's trying to reflect everything. You can see the other environment like on her. It's like it just, which I get with the comics that's hard to do because, like,
Man,
with the
good God,
comics,
I
you're-
can't draw reflections for shit.
Yeah, with the comics, you
Maybe-
don't bother. You just don't bother.
Holy
You're just
fuck.
drawing like him kind of like white and blue or whatever, and that's it.
It's like when you look at where you're at in your art space and then you realize, well, shit, I still got to draw reflections and windows. Great. Can't wait for that. It's going to be hard as fuck.
But yeah, I'll let segment for the Jesker as I don't even know why we're talking about Thor though, Grumpy, but anyway, Star Wars Celebration announced there was a lot of stuff.
The enthusiasm out of Wizard. Star Wars Celebration.
So I just got $1 million.
They're doing things.
Wizard. My thoughts on this are very, very simple. I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when there's a trailer.
The Sith are the good guys, and the rebels should be all drawn and quartered. Just saying.
Of course we got our new trilogy, and then we have the James Mangold. And
you can get drawn and quartered.
You can
the
get
Taika Waititi movies are gonna suck. That's just spoiler for that one. Gonna suck.
I was gonna drop a bar, but I fucked
It's gonna be
up.
too funny or too wacky or too zany or something.
Yeah,
Too
right
too
there.
bright,
Right.
too colorful.
See, Grumpy's got it, man. Literally 30 projects that
Shadow
have
Lord
will not ever be made.
Why have they never done a Darth Maul movie? Like, he's such a cool character, and the actor is still around, and he's still like in shape enough to do the movie.
Well,
He might be one of those guys you don't want to oversaturate too much.
If George Lucas had kept the franchise, his original plan was for the sequel trilogy to have Darth Maul as the main villain.
I want a Darth Maul prequel.
Darth Maul is very cool,
but not an animated one. So get this out of my face.
the-
Moving on.
The animated
Segue.
series,
Daniel Radcliffe, give me him as Wolverine, and that's it. Either him or Shia LaBeouf. Give me Shia LaBeouf Wolverine. Okay.
Shia LaBeouf Wolverine.
Give me it.
No, it would work, bro.
Give me it.
It would so work. Shia LaBeouf's Wolverine would be
He's
amazing.
an aggressive, angry little man.
Yeah.
Y'all are gonna have to really sell me hard on that.
Dude, if he don't gain 20 pounds of muscle and look jacked as shit at 5'8" as Wolverine, you're crazy. Give me it.
All right. I'll be right back, guys. Hold on.
Don't leave me on that note. Gotta defend myself against these monsters.
no, so there is going to be like a red Sith Twi'lek, but it's not Darth Talon.
Twi'lek.
But they are using that
Oh my
idea
God.
from George
What's
Lucas.
the point?
So
Just
make
I
it
like
Darth
Maul.
Talon. I like Maul, and I like the
Darth Talon's a cool design. I kind of want to get that tatted on me.
what's his name? The Sam Witwer. Sam Witwer is Maul. So, because Witwer's at least one of those guys that knows he's a geek for Star Wars. Like, he's not just like he's in it for the money or whatever. Like, he's like a big Star Wars nerd, so he knows.
Yeah.
So,
No,
I mean,
man, I like the idea.
What's
of
wrong with
Darth
that,
Maul
Dragon
series.
Man?
I like the idea of a Darth Maul series, even though gonna keep it real, given some of the lore that I know, the extended universe and stuff. I think Count Dooku's a better character.
And it's just like a Darth Maul. He's just kind of another Darth. It's like he's another crazy Darth kind of guy.
But
We
I
get
mean, a Darth Maul series, yeah, cool, awesome. But the thing is, man, Disney has no idea what they're doing with Star Wars. And well, you know, somehow Palpatine returned.
Isn't that what they just said?
We
too,
already got somehow Darth Maul returned.
Just do it again. I mean, at this point, fuck it. Who cares?
Welcome,
I mean,
Dragon Man and a Tory fan.
The whole thing's gone off the fucking rails at this point. Just bring just have Anakin Skywalker come back to life, flesh and blood, in a Gandalf the White moment.
This is why we need new content, new creator-owned properties, because this is just ridiculous. No one knows what to do with anything of any of these properties anymore.
They really. I'm gonna keep it real with you, man. I don't think Disney has ever understood Star Wars.
It's a space soap opera with like Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker being the main story behind everything.
I mean, I really don't think that Disney has ever understood Star Wars.
It's not that hard to comprehend.
And I'm
not even a Star Wars fan.
Listen. I think there's some chaos going on behind the scenes. I don't think anybody knows what they're doing. Kathleen Kennedy's like, I don't think she has control over shit anymore. I'm telling you, man, all this stuff that they're saying, oh, we got this in the works, we got that in the works. I'll believe it when we see a trailer.
Mm-hmm.
Even then, I mean, you might.
Why in the age of remakes and remasters, it really is kind of crazy that they didn't just try to remake A New Hope. Why not just start from the original fucking? Well,
no. Star Wars is one of those things you don't reboot. I mean, listen, if Disney, you don't. It's got too much cultural significance. If Disney ever sells Star Wars, you can just ignore the Disney stuff and they can start with the original 6 movies, but you can't just discard those original 6 movies.
Yeah, I would hate
you should.
If I put my content out there and they try to remake that, I'd be like, no, fuck you. You ain't remaking shit.
No, if you think Disney Star Wars makes me angry, try to reboot Episode 4. Try to reboot the original trilogy or reboot the prequels, and I will absolutely have a crash out like you would not believe.
Yeah, dude, you're a big Star Wars fan. We get it, bro. But like, the whole series should just never have happened.
Go away, Cynic.
Nah, I'm back, baby. Cynic's back.
Cynic's
Jamie,
back.
Jamie, pull it up. Where's Jamie?
Jamie, pull how back he is.
Jamie.
Can we get a fight with Jester and Cynic? Jamie, pull it up. Pull it up.
I swear to God, dude. Jamie is just not. I'm sick of it, dude.
Did we forget to feed Jamie?
Oh shit!
Are we sure? Are we sure Jamie's alive back there?
Fuck.
Holy shit! All right. Listen. Somebody go get shovels. We got to dig a hole. Is Home Depot still open?
We'll just feed her to an alligator. It'll be fine.
We'll do some ritual or something.
Ruby,
we'll be good.
Call fucking Ruby. Tell him to find a gator.
All right, let's get back on track before Wizard shoots us.
No, Wizard's loving it.
No, just finally they had the EA announced or rumored
either way, this is ass.
I mean, it's EA Star Wars, so it'll be exactly 50-50.
I'll be right back.
They did have those the last Jedi Knights.
The Jedi games, yeah, the Jedi games are good. Yeah.
Planetary invasion.
Very soulsy,
yeah, we love it.
right?
Just they're soulsy a little bit, yeah. You get the cinematic trailers that we all love. Show no gameplay.
Yeah, I love seeing how this game plays right now. By how I'm looking,
Yeah, especially Star Wars cinematic game trailer. It's like, okay, yeah, this is Star Wars. I know what this is.
Yeah, right. You just put a guy in some black attire with his hand up saying,
Surveillance.
Yeah,
Oh, Star
we've been seeing Star Wars games for decades at this point. You got to show me gameplay over some cinematics.
Setting aside their.
I mean, Mandalorians are cool. See, that's what's stupid though. Is
Give me an action RPG with the story of Knights of the Old Republic, man. That game, there's no way you can't make product with the Star Wars universe. It is so rich.
You lose me with this whole like we have a clone, we got a Mandalorian, and we got like a Jedi. You lose me with that right away.
Yeah, they need to break away from the main types of stories they've been telling because they've already told the same story like 1,000 times.
Stop me if you've heard this one before. A clone, a Jedi, and a Mandalorian go into a bar together.
Seriously.
Yeah, this should be like XCOM is, where it's like it should be clones. Like it should be us fighting during the Clone Wars or something. You can have your own little clone squad. And you could fight a bunch of droids or something. And like you go to these other planets, you're fighting other stuff, you know, or like then maybe you got a Jedi that you can have that's like your own procedurally generated Jedi, like an XCOM, right? And maybe you get a Mando because their Mando helped out or something like that, right? Like you can have, but then not just like here's a bunch of it's all your favorite. You got your smuggler guy, you got your Jedi guy, you got your Mando guy, your clone guy.
You know what? I'm not against like a clone game where it's like they do some stuff with Mandalore because you know their template was a Mandalorian. Like, yeah, that could work.
Like that's literally one of the most popular mods for XCOM 2 is to make everyone clones because like that's what people want to do is they want to play like a clone trooper game like this, and they're not doing it. So, otherwise, all that Star Wars stuff, just all the stuff they announced is just meh. So,
it's Star Wars, bro. It's always been meh. It's space wizards with light dildo, with like laser dildo swords. A reverse talking lizard man who groomed a kid in a swamp. What are you talking about? Hashtag tell me I'm wrong.
Luke kissed his hold on.
Luke kissed his sister and had the hots for his sister the entire 3 movies, even though you knew for the next 2 of the 3 movies it was his sister.
And what that didn't hurt you in?
You didn't relate to that?
Okay, guys. Okay. I see.
Oh, you guys don't respect you guys don't relate to the space
Y'all don't
pirate
respect my
with the
heritage.
giant-
Y'all just want to make a mockery of it.
Well, Jester liked it.
It's not your toy for you to just whip out and just start,
Don't all you Southerners think the same? I don't know.
Yes.
No.
Absolutely.
I could never.
Yes, Dragon Man is a new game just announced. Respawn and EA. Pinned at the top of the chat is our Ask Us Anything.
Yes.
Week.
We're back.
The enthusiasm, baby. Pinned at the top of the chat.
I guess we'll do it.
I mean, I guess we have a show.
Grumpy.
No, can we ban Grumpy from the Ask Us Anything?
Can
we limit Grumpy?
3 questions.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. All right, Grumpy.
One of this was before the show even began, or all of them was from the show began. So
they're not going to be relevant.
He's saying, I knew they gender bent it. I still would like the stunts, but not the drama. What say ye? Grumpy, that is an intelligible question.
I have no idea what is being asked.
Yeah. Thank you so much for the Fantastic Four stuff.
Yeah, but I just don't know. The second part is I still would like the stunts, but not the drama. What say ye? Like, is it like, are we liking...
That's worse than Eric July, bro.
Are we liking the movies stunts and not... I don't know. Grumpy then asked, do y'all really care about Disney Star Wars? No. I barely care about normal Star Wars.
Why am I on this panel?
Because we have to cover Star Wars news, and you're the Star Wars fans, right?
You're free to leave,
when we cover DC, We have Snowman for that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I have the Marvel guy, and Cynic we're stuck with.
Basically, I'm here to make fun of you nerds.
Grumpy then finally says, tangential, of course. Of what you have seen, do you find Matt Barr to be a better artist than Liam Gray?
Yes.
I don't
100 million, thousand, billion%. Here's my reason why. We've
I
seen
didn't listen
Matt
to the
Barr
question.
draw. When have we seen Liam draw one thing? Liam, prove you can draw.
They needed a podcaster.
According to our poll, Superman will 100% will win July.
Yeah, I said that.
I think they're going to both flop miserably, actually.
I mean,
Nah,
one of them,
Superman's
even
got
if they
this
both
shit.
flop,
they're not gonna flop miserably.
unless they flop the same amount, then one of them wins.
Okay, assuming that Liam actually did draw some stuff.
Oh my
from
God,
that
you're
book.
still on that question?
Well, I didn't give an answer.
Yes, this is the most
Then-
interesting question.
Then I'd have to go with Liam just because Matt Barr's style is, it's ugly.
All right, Wizard and Liam have a draw off because I don't think Wizard knows how to draw either. I'll set it up. Don't worry about it, boys. Jamie!
Wait, what's the question?
I need my appointment book.
Artists, pick up your pencils. Get ready to draw.
It's just not. People just aren't listening these days.
I'm pretty sure that Jamie's dead.
Well, we could say Matt Barr can't draw, and he'll go and release a stream where he shows his drawing, and then we could say Liam can't draw, and then he'll go and make like a 19-hour like cry and coke stream about it.
Jesus Christ, bro!
Sorry.
I mean, you're not wrong, but still, damn,
Sorry, Liam. You're
not wrong,
Liam.
but
Sorry.
Jesus.
All right, boys, let's move off this. This is not a related topic, right, Wizard?
Yeah, we're closing down.
All right. Dude,
What's the next one?
That's it. I said there was 3 questions.
Oh, I didn't pay attention to the third one.
3.5 inches
yes or
hard.
no, or whatever makes Grumpy happier.
Liam has drawn on stream. Grumpy, has he shown the pictures that he's drawn, or is he just like lifted up his paper?
I don't care about Liam or Matt personally.
I care immensely about whatever you care about, dog.
Me? I care about Taco Bell. I'm going to get Taco Bell tomorrow.
Not really craving Mexican lately. Well, hold on. Let me rephrase that. Taco Bell's not actually Mexican, all right? Americanized.
It's gringo Mexican, yeah.
It's Americanized Mexican. My bad.
I don't believe you, Grumpy.
Anyway,
and I disagree. He's not a mid artist, Swan. He's better than every artist in here right now.
No, Bar's all right.
I mean, that might be true.
Not a good dude, but
that's true.
That doesn't mean that his art is good.
No, but I've seen his art. And it's like, yeah,
it's pretty fucking good, man.
I'm just not a fan of the style.
Yeah,
true. That can be said.
But anyway, thank you all for coming by. Thank you, Snowman. Thank you, Jesker.
No, thank you.
Yeah, you know what? Thank you, man.
You know what? The hell with you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Baki. Thank you, Swan. Thank you, Grumpy, as always. Thank you, Atori fan. Stopping by, Dragon Man. Ruby was here earlier. Preston, of course.
Yeah, that dude's all right.
You know. We'll be back again next week. Maybe we'll do Thursday next week. Who knows?
Thursday next week on Thursday. We read Thor on Thursday.
That's right. Thursday only on
Wow wins on Wednesday.
Dino King
Thursday on
sucks,
Thursday.
Grumpy.
We are pun around here. We're punny.
Wow Wednesdays and Thor Thursdays, streaming only on Odyssey.
What is awesome about
good to see
Dino King
Wizard back.
Grumpy? What is awesome
Be
about
here
that book?
next week. Would you stop talking about get your
He's
hate
bringing
boner
it up.
for Liam out of here?
Yeah, seriously.
You're
like,
in a DMs with Grumpy. You're in DMs with Liam. Let's do it there.
he wants to fuck so many men, dude.